Ladies and gentlemen,
What up?
What's up, bro?
We got the cutoffs today.
Oh yeah. Now okay, so last episode was purple. It's gonna be black cutoffs now.
All right. You like it? We didn't coordinate that. That was an accident.
I don't think anybody believed that because that was so random.
Yeah, I was wearing that shirt because me and my mom and my girlfriend went over to the UW, the University of Washington, because there's these really pretty cherry trees that blossom in the spring there. So I was wearing my UW Huskies shirt. Is the only one I had. Then we went over there after. But that was super pretty, man. Oh my God, I love the flowers. It's so super gay, but it's very pretty.
Even in prep? You like that in prep?
Yeah, dude. I always so I used to the first 4 or 5 years that I was bodybuilding, like I did the Emerald Cup every year, right? So like I'd start prep in January, 16, 18 weeks out, and then the show's in April, at the end of April. So by then, like you go from the winter time up here in the Northwest to like, it's all pretty out in the spring and the sun's out and the flowers are out. And it was always nice because like you'd prep over the course of this whole thing. And by the end of it, it was beautiful out. And it was just kind of a nice process. So I've always enjoyed that.
Oh, okay. Hey.
I got a sensitive side, bro. You don't know that. I do.
I think we all do to a point, right?
Smell flowers, man.
Okay. Yeah. You don't lose that in prep?
I mean, certain points. I don't know. I get to a point at the end of a diet where like I'm so tired and so exhausted that I just kind of like notice the little stuff, Like
okay.
I don't get like annoyed or mad at stuff anymore. I'm just like, I'm talkative. It's weird. I kind of like turn this corner at like 3 weeks out where I'm just like, fuck it. Let's be happy instead of grouchy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
Sounds like a different experience from probably me and Ken.
Yeah. I'm doing less cardio than you guys. So
listen, when I tell you I get to Ken, I think we can't hear you. Is your mic on?
Oh, sorry. I muted it because I didn't want the sound of my plate. So I apologize.
Okay,
what are you eating?
No, you good.
Dude, what else would I be eating? Chicken and rice, bro.
Chicken and waffles. Grape soda.
We got Kool-Aid and no.
I feel like I haven't spoken to Stu in forever though. So I feel like I haven't seen
you.
I've actually missed talking, bro. I haven't been on. He wasn't on last Sunday, so
sometimes we kind of dodge each other by accident. I've dodged Nick like a couple weeks now that he's been on by accident.
Well, because we never know when anybody's on. I don't know when Nick's gonna be on. he just gets on.
Let's hit him up. Let's get him on here.
Oh, he might. I mean, he might be free. I know he got he does
Sports
church, but
sure
on Sunday usually.
Yeah, but it's 3 p.m. over there, man. Like he's not at church anymore unless he did something really bad. He's not at church this time of day.
Probably at asylum for a bit.
I'm gonna send him
therapy. He's probably
might
doing
be.
that.
I'm gonna send him a link in like 30 minutes.
See what happens.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
Nick's so sweet, man. He just kind of like checks up on me sometimes. He's like, "Hey, bro, how you doing?" He just messages me. Like,
he's such a nice guy, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is too? I've noticed about him. Like he actually wants to give back. You know what I mean? Like he's at a stage where he's successful and he actually wants to give back to like bodybuilders that are coming up. Like he'll check on you. Like he's a really nice guy, man. Like he's someone that like really loves bodybuilding.
But it also means that he does not see me as a threat. Just so we're clear, like
he would be talking shit if he thought you.
Oh yeah.
No. I always think it's dope when people, because you gotta keep in mind, a lot of people look at relationships and friendships like, I don't want to say unfortunately, because I guess it's human nature, like, what can I get out of this friendship, right? So people usually, I know for sure in LA, people are trying to befriend people they feel like they can benefit off of in some way, you know? And like I said, it doesn't make you a bad person. It's kind of human nature, right? And I noticed that Nick doesn't give a fuck about none of that. He doesn't care about money. He doesn't care about like being popular. He doesn't give a fuck about none of that. He's just a meathead, bro. He's just a meathead, and he likes who he likes, and he doesn't like who he doesn't like at the end of the day. So,
Yeah, and,
like I
and the
said,
thing is, like, a guy in his position's got to be like skeptical of everybody who comes his way, right? Like, if you start giving him the vibe of like you're there to like get clout off of him or like be seen with him or something, I'll bet that really bothers him. It
Yeah.
would bother me. I kind of, I haven't really experienced it because I'm not like Nick's status, but like as I've become better known, you kind of notice people will like latch onto you a little bit, you know? And you kind of wonder like why are you like going out of your way to be my friend? Do you like me or do you like who I am? You know?
And so you know what sucks about it? You know what sucks about it too? Like people forget Nick is young, man. We're all around the same age.
He's not even
So
30
like
yet.
he's
Jesus.
not even 30. So a lot of times, like these kind of relationships, like we're all like friends with him, you know what I mean? But like when you have people the other way around that want to get something out of you, it's not something that he hasn't been in the industry long enough, like for like the last 10 years where he's used to something like that. You know what I mean? Like he rose to fame really quickly. So I really feel for the guy sometimes, man. I really, really do. And even I reach out to him and I just check on him. I'm just like, bro, like, I hope you're doing okay. Like, just make sure you're good. You know what I mean? Because like you do have friends that do care about you. And thankfully he's in a good space and you know, family's there with them too. So things are all right.
I'll bet he's gotta love the fact that he's not in that Vegas bodybuilding scene right now
Yeah,
because
for
it's
sure.
like that's a scene, you know. There's like people, it's like the industry right there, and you're neck deep in it all the time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's why it was important that he went home to kind of get grounded again because I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, like it happens so fast. You kind of forget like you become the mutant and it's like a whole different life and you almost need to go back and realize that who am I really? Like fuck all of this. Like okay, the money's nice, the popularity's nice cars, all that is cute, but at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. This is not why I started. This is not where I'm trying to go. And I think that's important to kind of hit that reset button and realize, kind of go back to your roots and realize, who you really are. And I think you're going to be a better person and a better bodybuilder because of it,
Yeah.
What's up,
Joe
guys?
and
What's up, Joe?
Zaid, how we doing?
What's going on, guys?
Gentlemen. Oh, Joe got he got chicken pox.
Bro, this
Giant squid attack.
sorry, I get worked on like every Sunday, and he fucked me up. Like my
That's
fucking-
bad.
you see how purple
Dark.
that is?
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
He was like, man, you were super tight and shit. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like earlier this week when I would go like that, like this shit would hurt like a motherfucker. I think it's all that heavy pressing back to back I've been doing, really taking a toll on my shoulders. And then this forearm's been fucked up. This one, like whenever I curl, like there'd be like pain right here, and I know that starts like from up here. So that's why he fucked me up here. It feels good though. Now I can actually contract my bicep pretty good.
You've been jerking off too much, be honest.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't. I have someone do that for me.
Lucky guy.
Yeah.
Lucky guy, Joe. Yeah, the one of the guys told me the more red and purple it is, that means you have more like inflammation and stuff in the area, right?
Yeah, it's like way tighter. Like the fibers are way more bound up.
That's so
So
bad.
like it's like when he did like he puts the cup, but he doesn't like put full suction. It's just enough to like move around, but it still pulls the skin, and you can
that
hear the
hurts.
little crackling and shit. Yeah, man, when he rubs it all around, it fucking hurts. And so like here compared to here was completely different. Like this is all crunchy and shit, and this was smooth. So whatever was going on in here, he cleared up.
Yeah,
So-
gotta get rid of that crunchiness,
Well, that shit leads to
Mm,
tears, you know. When it's real
Yeah.
bound up, if you push it, you're gonna tear something eventually.
Yeah.
So,
Stop putting your front delts, Joe.
yeah. That's
Has to go somewhere, bro.
interesting place.
It gotta go somewhere. Zayd is right. You gotta put it somewhere. Hey, Joe's face already got lines in it, no? That's
My
quick.
face
It looks
got
a
a lot
lot
of
better.
striations. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
you got striations because a
Felt
couple
a little
weeks
less
ago.
fat today.
But Joe's face gets big from the bottom. It gets big down here, right? It's like,
Like a
he
fucking
got,
I have a fucking
Thanos
cone.
looking motherfucker.
yeah.
Giga Chad. Giga
Joe
Chad.
don't see Joe don't hold no inflammation here. It's all down here somewhere. That's where he
My
goes like
cheeks
this.
is fucking expanded.
Giga Chad vibes, bro.
like
Giga Chad
a
vibes.
giant fucking a giant gerbil.
See, me, Ken, and Stu, we our whole head just holds it. We just hold it all head, forehead, cheeks, everything.
Yeah,
You know,
just wide.
Just round out.
we gonna see with Zay because Zay's on his way up. We gonna see where he holds it.
Mhm.
Hey, my hand's starting to get numb, so that's a good sign.
Oh, there we go.
It feels good, right? That tingle. Let me see your hands, Zay.
I'm still at 3 IUs, bro.
Oh,
so
no,
we'll
no.
see when we
When
get to 10.
with your hand numb, when you start jacking off, it's gonna feel like someone else is jacking you off.
Yeah. I heard this trick: sit on your hand until it goes numb, then jack off.
I don't like it.
It's so
I don't like
that.
You guys like that? I don't like the numb hand jacking off stuff.
It's a
Don't
joke.
feel-
I never did that. No, it
Oh,
feels like
okay.
it's someone else.
I'm joking.
Not like,
Bro, you just outed yourself. Careful.
no. Not like not like on purpose, but like I've had like numb hands, and then I can't jack off when my hands are numb. It feels weird. I don't like how it feels. You know.
Never tried it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I won't try that then. Thanks, baby.
No, don't try.
If my hand is numb, I'm not thinking of jerking off. That's for sure.
It's like, why the fuck my hand numb?
What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Lower
like
the dose. Lower the dose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. Is it how much test you on now?
300.
300. Okay.
Yeah,
You got any other
we're
compounds?
starting next month really hard. So 600 test, and then we'll take it up from there, and then 400 for the equipoise.
Okay. You gonna put any orals in there?
No, I hate orals, bro. But I am thinking of trying Super Draw because I've never tried it.
I hate orals, and then he's like, "I'm gonna try the worst oral."
Injectable form.
I caught on to that.
And the guy's nickname is called Zalo.
Zalo.
They
I
make
don't like-
injectable Halo. 'Cause
Good one.
You should try
Just
it.
in prep, dude. Just in prep, so I can eat. If I don't eat, I'm not gonna grow. Think
Yeah,
about it
he's
this
right.
way.
He's right. He's
Well,
right.
trust me, you cannot eat on Superdrol. I don't know about the injectable stuff. I've never tried that in the off season. I've used it in prep, but like I don't. Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, the injectables. At least for me, it doesn't. Like the injectable orals, it doesn't block my appetite. But I've heard people say so. I think Paul said the injectable D-ball. I think it was. I think he said it blocked his appetite. No, did he say that?
It
Joe?
worked. No, he said he felt kind of weird at the end of it, but like he couldn't tell if he was like if it was something he was eating or that, but he was able to last the whole way through.
Did he get lumps, bro? That shit gives you like welts sometimes, bro.
Not that I know of, not that I don't think so.
I remember Palumbo was talking about how he like loved injectable D-ball, and I was like, dude, you're competing in the 90s. I'm surprised they had that shit back then.
Yeah.
But he said it was like you didn't get all the bloat and the puffiness and bullshit that you usually get from D-ball with the injectable form.
Mhm.
I don't know why or how, but I mean,
No,
that would be
Paul got the bloat. Like
okay.
he got it. I saw him get watery in the midsection and shit.
That's actually where I heard it for the first time. I think I heard
Yeah.
Palumbo talk about injectable D-ball and injectable Anadrol, I think, and I'm like, huh, that because my appetite goes when I say my appetite completely goes to shit on Anadrol, well D-ball and Anadrol, but especially Anadrol. So
Yeah,
I
that's what
wanted
I'm
to.
saying. I wanted to
Yeah,
eat,
and
so there's no point.
no, if you can't eat, then that's a waste of your off season. I
Pointless.
mean, it's pointless. So
Exactly.
anything that it affects your appetite or fucks up your training, it's not worth it. If you can't train and you can't eat, this is not bodybuilding. This is called taking drugs. That's what it's called. So
Yeah, and maybe it's a dose dependent thing. Like maybe 100 mgs of Anadrol is going to fuck you up and you can't eat, but like 25 might give you like a little kick. You're
that's
not
what I'm
going to get
hearing.
a ton of water retention. Like with my clients, if I start to roll that in the off season, I'm like, listen, dude, you got to be really careful. If you can't eat, this is pointless, right? So I'll start them at like 25 for a week. If they feel good, we can bump it up. But like I'm constantly asking, like, can you eat? Are you getting everything down? How's your digestion? Because they're fucked if you can't get it down.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the bloat also. It happened to me last prep. My stomach was like in shape, right? Like, all the lines are there, but then I had a bloat action. I couldn't, for whatever reason, at the point, my brain couldn't think clear enough to think maybe it's the orals until I came off the orals, and then all that shit went down like dramatically over like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days. It was gone. So that's something to keep eye on.
Have you guys ever done like Anadrol right before a show? Because I know some people, that's kind of an old school thing, like do it for fullness right before you compete. I've never done it.
I haven't.
I
Okay.
did. I did with a Regan.
Of course you did.
I think I obviously right. Like okay, if you take Anadrol for a week, you're not gonna. If you're in shape, you're never gonna look out of shape, right? If you're on that line,
Yeah.
then you probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I
but
was
that little bit of fluid retention, it just kind of like it scares me. That's why
yeah.
I've always done super draw before a show because it doesn't have that
Okay.
water retention. It has the same kind of fullness benefits. You don't really care about your appetite at that point. And it doesn't take a lot, I'm talking like 10, 20 mgs before you train.
Uh-huh. I've done both. I've done both separately and I've done both together. You
Oh,
know, but the pump. So okay, yes. Imagine holding, I don't know, 5% more water, but you're also holding a shit ton more fullness. So it kind of cancels each other out sometimes because that muscle push against the skin. But it
yeah.
just depends. I mean, you got to know who you're dealing with. If I'm dealing with Stu, I might try it. If I'm dealing with me, I'm not trying it.
Yeah.
Even so it kind of depends. I would try with somebody like Joe, because Zay too. Not Ken probably because I feel like Ken's body
No.
type.
Ken don't need it.
No, you don't need it.
No.
So if I feel like I could get some improvement, but then it's risky. Me personally, man, my main coach has been Compton. I don't believe in these risks because the risky coaches, they're hit or miss. Guys like our coaches, they don't miss because they don't go for that extra risk. If Stu looks great, why or Joe looks great, Zay looks great, why try to go for that extra 100%? It's like, I mean, you might as well just come into the show like the way you are. I don't know, but that's like a George.
Did you
Farah
recommend
would
Super
do it.
Draw for the off season or no?
No.
Not off season.
I mean, you can try it. Try the injectable stuff. Do it low, like 10 mgs before
Yeah.
you train. But like, be careful, man. It might still get your stomach going. So
The basics, Zane. The basics, man. You don't need all
basic
the
stiff.
Yeah, you don't need all the stuff.
Basic
and all
stuff.
that.
Basic still.
Oh man, when he said that, I fucking rolled on the
Okay.
floor. Oh
I
man.
know. I know in the Bronx at one point it was popular to do Supergel and Anagel in the off season, like one of each. So it would be like what 10 milligrams or 25 milligrams,
Like
and then
10, 45, yeah.
and then 50 of the Anagel. And we got mostly strong than anything, but we did get big. Supergel is more strength. I don't think the fullness is that crazy. I think it's decent.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
quite like Anadrol, but
No, but
we're like 10 minutes in. We're already talking about drugs, guys. Let's shall we
Yeah,
pivot? Let's
Yeah, I actually have a question for you guys.
Sure.
Now that you are a lot bigger and a lot more developed and advanced, do you still train for a number in the gym? Like, let's say you're doing legs. do you have a specific top set in your head before you do the workout you want to do today? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like I feel like my workout are number based.
Mhm.
You know, maybe that shouldn't be the case, and you should go by activation and stimulation of that muscle, but not necessarily hitting a certain number on the machine.
I
Are you
think
guys number based, or you just
I
want
think
to?
Both.
I think
Right?
it gotta be both. Yeah, what do you say, Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
Exactly what you're thinking is both.
I always gauge it by how I feel, and I attempt to, I guess you could say, a PR on some different ways. So say I've done a top set on Smith squats for 10, right? 6 plates. I'll either try to pass that number up to like try to get 12. I'll go up in weight there, or I'll do that for 2 sets instead of just one. Like I'll find a way to top my best at that weight. Or like say the best I've ever done was 5 plates for 12 or 15. I can either do that again and try to match it, but like say this time I'll pause in the hole and then come up. Like I'll make that set harder. So I'll progressive overload using a different method with something I've done before. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't like when people say the weight doesn't matter, because the weight isn't everything. I think we can all agree the weight isn't everything.
It's a gauge. It's a gauge.
Yeah.
It's another variable.
It's like body weight, right?
Yeah.
I forgot who was on. We was talking about weight. I forgot who it was, but it was like I was making a point that the weight isn't everything, but the weight does matter. So I think it was David, because he wanted to get his weight up to like 300.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't hyper focus on it. Like I have to get to 300 no matter what. But you obviously you do have to keep an eye on the scale. I mean, because he's a tall guy, he's gonna have to gain weight, you know. So same way we're in the gym. Like if I have the PR, I'm gonna go for it. If everything feels good. If I'm going 1 plate, 2 plate on the hack squat, and I get to like 5 plates, now I'm like, okay, whoa, this 5 plates, my adductor hurts, my knee hurts. I'm not gonna go for 8 plates, right? I might go 6, see how I feel, and then I'll gauge it. Like Joe said, I might say, okay, because my knee hurts, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a pause at the bottom, or I'm gonna do a higher reps, something like that. But you know, if it's there, I'll take it. If it feels good, if it doesn't, I won't. So I don't have a logbook. I don't think anybody else has a logbook here.
I used to.
I do have one, yeah.
Yeah, so for where you're at, Zaid, like I think it would be worthwhile, honestly. Like just
100%.
if you want to get up to open pro size, which is your goal, like you put on a lot of muscle, and like you're gonna need to get strong on certain movements. It's not complicated. It's not easy, but it's not
No,
complicated.
I know it's very simple, yeah. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
like Joe was saying, there's multiple ways to progress a lift. You know, improve your control, get another rep, little more weight. You know, pause, whatever. Right? Generally, week to week, you want to keep your form and your tempo the same, and just hit failure and try to like eke out more reps and weight. Just standardize form instead of like making it harder or easier or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think some of us, at least at this point, I would love to train like I did 2 or 3 years ago. I've talked about this, but like shit just hurts now. And like I think I live with better control and better recruitment now, but I don't move the same weights. And if I were to fixate on that, like last couple years, I log booked my prep. And then last year I didn't. And this year I'm not log booking anything because like things go down. You're getting leaner, you're getting smaller, like you're gonna get weaker eventually. And it just gets in my head. It's like, fuck, I lost a rep. I lost 2 reps on this set compared to last week. I need to like go eat a bunch of sushi. Like I get freaked out, you know. When if I really look in the mirror and I don't fixate on that, I'm like, okay, I had a good training session. Shit didn't hurt. I had a decent pump, whatever. Like that's eventually where I've gotten to. But you know, if I could still sling around 6 plates on the Smith, I would. I just can't. That would break.
Yeah. Like you keep your weights, you have an idea of where your strength threshold is, and you try to supersede that, or you maintain around that place, typically around training, based on how you're feeling, right? So like Zaid, for you, I think I hit this point where you chase strength to a point where it becomes more of a diminishing return thing, right? Boom. So Joe may be strong enough to push 4 or 5 plates on a pressing movement, but at this point, you know, is chasing the strength past there. Is it worth it? Right. So now you have to design other things into your training to increase the intensity in certain things. So I think that's, so I know, like, for myself too, that's a point I hit, especially with legs. Once I got to like the 5 plate mark, I'm like, you know, we're going to 6 plates. What's the benefit here? Am I going to put 2 to 10 pounds on my legs for hitting 6 plates versus, you know, designing my training a little bit better and adding a little more intensifiers here and there. So I think chase strength first. And then when you get to a point where the weights start to become, you know, an issue. Then you start to incorporate other things in there.
I see what you mean. Yeah. So you got to find that
people,
line, right? Between actual stimulation and just squatting, but you're getting nothing out of it.
It's not so much finding the line; it's like getting to the line. Like when you're not super strong, like you're nowhere near the line. Just keep on getting stronger. But you know, I'd say for like 90% of the people, like high intensity, progressive weights, you know, progress your body weight up. You're gonna get bigger, right? It just works. When you get to like kind of an advanced stage, then you need to get a little cute with stuff. It's not cute; it's still hard, but
it's still very different.
Yeah, that's why I always tell some of the young kids in the gym. I'm like, look, like say you're seeing me do like a really controlled, like Nick Walker style, like rep. I'm like, he didn't do that to start. He was trying to throw on weight on there. He was fucking moving that shit around. He wasn't super pretty with it. Like he's lifting for refinement. Like he's targeting a certain area and really trying to feel a certain part of his back or whatever, compared to and really fine tuning the lift. You are trying to create mass all around. You need to put the weight on. You need to do it for reps, as many as you can. The whole Ronnie Coleman method, heaviest weight possible for as many reps possible. That's bread and butter always. Always.
Nick was doing the shoulder press on the Smith machine. He was doing 3 1/4. You don't know about, I'm saying recently, like during this prep, he was doing 3 1/4. And did you see his form? Like there's no way you could do 3 1/4 with that amount of form if you weren't doing 5 plates on it before, you know? So you have to build this. So if Nick is doing all of this shit, but he has 3 1/4 on there, do you know how strong that is? That means you have, there's no way you can do that if your first year in the gym, you're fucking training like this. Because you don't have this.
I saw a kid doing that on Smith, like a bench though. He had 1 plate on there. And he's like screaming to get it up. He's going real controlled. And I looked at my client I was training. I was like, that guy will never ever build any muscle. He won't.
I think Joe, you said it yourself on one of these training talks we had. You can teach someone the form, right? You can teach them the form eventually, but you can't teach that intensity. Like that person has to be able to go to that place, and to be able to go there, you have to lift heavy weights. Like I for me, it's almost like the people that just start with the slow method, like it's new in the industry now. It's what everyone's doing. But keep in mind, that's why people that you're seeing that are doing, they've been slamming heavy ass weight for the last 10, 15 years. Like if you're starting out, I'm not convinced that starting out, you can start with the slow controlled reps and you can go from 1 plate to 3 plates doing that, you know, for the entirety of your lifting career. I'm not convinced, at least at this point.
This is what the podcast is for, because I feel like a lot of people have been doing it for so long, they forgot how they felt in the beginning. So they don't differentiate. They don't say, hey, listen, I used to train this way to get to this side. Now I train this way. So they don't explain that. So because this is like the new way to train, a lot of people get into it. They see these people train this way now, and they assume that's how they should be training. And I think it's important for us to differentiate that they're the time and place where that comes in play, but not from day one, right? Same thing. Nick is 280 shredded, but you have to be 280 soft at some point to be 280 shredded, right? Like you think you go from 200 shredded, 220 shredded, 240. You don't just stay shredded and gain 100 pounds of muscle, right? At some point, you get a little softer. Now, how soft you get, that's partially genetics, and how soft you're comfortable with. or how fast you can peel the fat off, right?
And
Like
how long
Joe.
you've been doing it for, like
Exactly.
I've gotten way less fat each approximate year that I've done an off season because I've got more muscle, I've burned through more calories, and that like you theoretically, right? You have a daily output of calories for recovery, training, whatever the fuck you're doing, right? So trying to nail that with a small margin of error is harder when you're smaller and that number is lower versus when you're bigger and you just need like 7,000 calories.
Yeah.
And then you have a little more slop. Like you could maybe throw in a cheat meal and like you're not going to get fat off of that. But like smaller guys can't really get away with that stuff. And again, it's all person dependent, but like I've noticed at least like I have more margin for error as I've gotten further into it, which can get in your head. You can think like, oh, I can get away with shit. Like, but try not to let that happen.
Yeah.
You'll get fat like Joe. So.
Hey, there we go. There we are.
Also, if you're new, don't play so close to the line. If you need 5,000 calories to grow and your maintenance is 4,000, don't say, okay, let me just barely get 420, right? Fuck that. You don't got no muscle. You can't be doing that. I'm doing that right now just because I have enough muscle that I'm not so much in a rush that I want my preps to be a little easier whatsoever. But at some point, early on, you can't be like, let me just get 250 protein. That's enough for now. No, go all the way to 300, 350, 400. Make sure you're in like a good enough surplus. Don't play it too close. Don't worry about the body fat at that point. Same way. Don't worry about being super perfect. As long as you feel the muscle, you're good to go. I want to go back to that. I had Matt Jensen on a podcast maybe 4 or 5 years ago. This was a point where Matt was known for his training, like his intensity, because at this point in time, a lot of people were trying to go to the style of training we see now, which is like not so heavy, right, for the most part. And Matt was one of the coaches that fuck that, go heavy, good form, not fucking like perfect sniper form, but good form. So that was something I wanted to bring up to him, and I was like, hey, at that time, I was squatting like 6 1/4. Right. And I showed him some videos and I'm like, hey, what do you think? He's like, wow, the form is really good, whatever, good. I was like, so where do I go from here? Like, I still want to get my legs bigger. Do I go 7 plates or is that too far? And he's like, okay, how does it feel when you squat 6 1/4? It feels good. He's like, okay, are you connecting with your quads? And I'm like, it's hard to tell. There's a lot of weight on my back. He's like, do you connect with your quads more when you do 6 plates? And I'm like, maybe when I do like 5-ish, and he's like, but then that's kind of your threshold. If you go any heavy to 6 1/4, you can do it strength wise, but your legs aren't growing much. So at that point, you need to figure out if you're connected with your quads. So that makes sense. Yeah, you get as strong as possible. Then you kind of reevaluate. Okay, are my legs bigger than it was last year when I was squatting 6 plates? It wasn't.
At a certain point, you kind of run into like a neurological issue.
Yes.
I don't know how actually to put this, but like a guy like Joe who's pressing like 4 1/4, 5 plates or whatever on the Smith machine, you are so fucked up after doing a set like that. Like you're shaking, you can't see straight. Like that's like trauma on your nervous system, And if you do that for your first couple movements and it just you're shot for the rest of your session. That overall, are you going to get as much effective, muscle growth stimulus out of that training session? Maybe not. Early on, you're not strong enough for it to be an issue, and then eventually it will be. Like that's honestly, I think, a reason why when I stopped deadlifting, late last year, my back has improved significantly because I'm not just fucking shattered after pulling 5 1/4, 4 plate, whatever,
That's a very good point, Stu. Because like even for me, like I still deadlift, but just what you're talking about, I had to switch my deadlifts to the end of my workout versus
yeah. Nice.
You could do that too.
And I'm not as strong, I'm not pulling like 6 plates at the end of my workout after I've done all my back movements. So it's like it's just like you said, like you have to just start thinking of things strategically, and you want to make sure you're actually still getting the most out of your workout, because you get to a point. I think what we're all trying to say is you get to a point where the weights are so high that you really have to start thinking about this stuff a little more meticulously, or you could be excelling way further in one area and in another area you could just be straight garbage, right? So
but again, 90% of people do not need to worry about this yet.
Exactly.
So
Bro, I was gonna say
it?
that. So the issue with that is, right, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, Stu, I knew it. That's what I gotta do. I gotta stop
That's
deadlifting."
not what I, that's
I'm
not
gonna
what
get
I
lazy.
said. That's not what I said. I have like almost all my clients deadlift because they need it. You
Little
know?
Jimmy comes to Stu. Hey, Stu, I stopped deadlifting.
Because of you, yeah. I'm trying to get big like
you're
Stu.
a bitch.
Smarter, not harder.
You stop deadlifting
Yeah.
because you're a bitch, not because of me.
When I always tell this, is what I tell people, when that time comes, you'll know, right? There was a kid at the gym, I want to say like 17 years old. He's like, all the older guys keep telling me to take more rest days because I don't deload and I train six days a week. And I'm like, how do you feel? He's like, I feel great. I'm recovered. I'm not sore. I'm like, yeah, you're 17. You don't need more rest days.
Yeah.
You can train 7 days a week if you wanted to. And I watch him train. He don't even train hard. I'm like, bro, don't listen to that. Because they forget that they were young once. They're talking to you from like a 40-year-old, like, oh, you need more rest. Yeah, motherfucker, you 40. This motherfucker's 17. You don't even fucking rest day. Like once I remember hearing that too. Oh, you need recovery is key. I'm like, I feel fine. I keep telling me to take time off. I feel fine.
He's like, I'm just gonna eat more and take more tests. Like, fuck it. Speaking of 40 years, where's Paul?
Yeah, he told me, so before we left yesterday, he was like, hey, so I think I'm gonna jump on the podcast tomorrow. I was like, wait, for real? He's like, nah. I was like,
Paul.
Yeah,
What
a guy.
It's
miss you,
okay.
Paul, man. You got to jump on. We miss you, bro.
I've been telling him I'm gonna make him come on.
Yeah.
I just
Stop
wanna see
changing the
this cat.
theme. Stop changing the theme, bro.
Fucking change the
Stop
scene. He
calling.
calls everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, remember? You know how me and Paul jumped on late to your guys' phone call the other day? I thought it was Paul calling, so I just ignored it right away. And then Paul looks at his phone. He's like, "Hey, am I still calling you?" I was like, "Paul, it says you can answer. You're not calling, you idiot."
He really is just like a kind of a boomer with technology.
It's funny, bro.
It's kind of adorable.
Yeah, it is.
I think anytime we meet up at the gym, I think he misses the podcast because we start talking shit. But then when the day comes out, I think he just gets tired. Like, fuck it, I'm tired. So, listen.
Paul sleeps all the time.
If I was 49, I would be tired too, bro.
49, huh?
He's not 49. Chill, bro.
He's not. He's what, 44, 43?
Hey, you know what's a trip, bro? Because we did a posing yesterday after our session, and Paul's fucking big. Like, this motherfucker has gotten bigger, and it trips me the fuck out. It
He's
really does. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, that painless pumps is definitely fucking working, bro. He took a picture yesterday.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you.
See
I'm like, hey, Paul, what the fuck? I was like, slow the fuck down, bro.
I gotta be honest. When it comes to the age thing, bro, I think it's mostly injury. I think you can go out longer than we think you can go. It's just that most of us run into issues with injury or maybe like organ health or some shit.
Internal health is big. You got to be careful. You can't
very
beat the shit out of yourself when you're like 40. When it's like when you're 25.
No.
You just said, Beatty, you just said it yourself. 17-year-old, 7 days a week, no rest. Like at 40, you need more rest days. Like this, it's just different at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like training is going to be different. You're not pushing for the PRs like that because you can risk a higher level of injury. Like there's just a lot more that goes into it that we're going to approach that stage at some point too,
Hey, don't say that. Think about that.
Life, bro. It's life.
It is what it is. But I'm convinced that you can continue to make progress until your body is too beat up. I don't think it's the number of the age. I just think it's the mileage. You can only drive your car.
Dexter proved that. Dexter proved that. He was very. I remember. So there's a guy at our gym his name's Cyrus, and he would train with Dexter Jackson. He said he's literally gone into the gym with Dexter. She was a training partner for a little bit. And Dexter went on the leg extensions. He did like 2 reps. And he's like, you know what, dog? My shit's not feeling right. I'm just going home. He walked in, did 2 reps, and then he went home. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, look how long he lasted. If that was me, I would be like, I'll just go light today. Or I'll just take it to a high rep failure set or some shit. I don't think that way. But he was just like, yeah, I don't need to work out.
When you're 50, yeah, you got to think that way. You know, when he would train with Brad Rowe at Coast, it would be like the workout. I swear would be like 25 minutes. You know, but he also had that thing on him that shock system shit, and that shit.
Newbie.
Yeah, from what I heard, that shit be zapping you the fuck up. I heard it feels like you've been working out all day. Is it true?
That's so true. Yeah, absolutely.
right.
You should use it. I told you a million times.
Yeah, on his
use
calf,
that
right?
shit on your legs. You and Joe. Use those fucking things, man. It makes you unlock new levels of growth. You don't believe me? I told you.
You should use it on your whole body, Zaid.
It's not. He does.
I'm
How many
using
pads
it
can
still.
you stick on yourself?
I don't know. The whole sweating with pads is just.
I don't.
Catch up
yeah,
to
that
you,
would throw me for a
motherfucker.
loop.
You'll be sorry.
Yeah, it feels
I promise.
so gross.
I'm
You
not.
can play
I
this
mean,
back to me like 4 years from now, and you're whipping me. Okay.
Zayd's on the Olympia top 5, man, and
Yeah.
we're all just like, man.
Eating my
I'm
words.
just not into it. But I don't want to say that because I'm also willing to do what it takes. It did work for Zayd, you know, like Zayd's. It did work for Zayd because Zayd's back and arms, you know, came up quite a bit. You know, if you see pictures. So I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's just like I would rather find a different way, man. I just
setup,
can't,
bro. The whole fucking setup.
man.
You got the
You got
pads.
wires.
It's
I
sweaty
can hardly-
pads.
Dude, I
I
can
mean,
hardly go
Don't
and
knock
collect
it until
plates.
you try it. I swear, it unlocks new levels of growth, bro. To get off the high horse and try it. It's amazing.
It works.
What also unlocks new levels of growth is more gear.
Well, we're gonna get to that, man. Now imagine doing both.
I'm just saying, I think we're all thinking it.
Yeah.
And that should
Where
be.
were
Well, that
you
should,
at 8 weeks out before USA? So I was blasting 1,200 megs a test.
But that's prep. You grow
That's decent.
maximally in the off season, though.
No, I know. I'm getting to it. I'm gaining weight at almost 3 pounds each week. So that's
Okay.
a good rate. Why would I want more than that?
No,
Why
I'm just
not?
saying choose that. I would choose that over the newbie first. But that's what I'm saying.
Why would you want more? Because we're bullying you? I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's a 2-year plan, bro. It's a 2-year plan. You know,
all right.
I'm
I think they
pacing
had those in
myself.
the Soviet Union. They usually
We're
didn't
gonna be
get that
watching.
out.
We're gonna be watching. We're gonna be watching, Zay.
You know, 4 years from now, guys, you trust me, man. Zayd is he's gonna make sure we remember this, guys.
100%, bro. 100%. Especially you, Joe. You beat me on stage. I gotta kick your ass on stage.
Especially you.
I won't. This will happen again.
If Zay kicks my ass on stage, you're gonna see that fucking newbie attached to my fucking ass cheeks for sure.
Hey,
Deal, bro. Deal. Okay.
nah,
That's a deal.
the newbie definitely works, man. It definitely works if you can't, especially if you can't connect with something in particular. But that shit is expensive too, bro. We're not all rich
The
like
machine is like 30 grand or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to pay $200 for $300 for a session, bro. I don't got it like that. I got to move some more Fenty for that one. I don't got it like that.
Try it on your legs. It will help a lot.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm sure it will.
Everything that's lacking, not just even me. I still use it, bro. I really am a big firm believer in it. Yeah.
What's your
Especially if you have
commission? What's your commission on this, Zayd?
0%. I swear to you, I'd gain $1.
You're a good salesman. I'll just say that.
Yeah, good
You're
dog.
my brothers. If something works for me, I would like it to work for you. So when I
I'm
beat your
fucking
ass,
with
you
you,
tell
dude.
me I am
Okay.
at my best. You don't tell me and make excuses.
Who's even offering these services? Because Brad Rowe isn't here no more. Is Brad's bestie still there?
He's not doing it anymore. But I have another friend of mine. His name is Diego. He's just moved from Arizona and he has it. So we're using it twice a week, once a week.
Diego, I know him.
Yeah,
Which
you do.
Diego?
Yeah.
He,
The tall kid, 23 years old.
What's his Instagram handle?
Vas Performance.
Oh, I thought maybe I'm thinking of someone else. There's another guy with a newbie who trained at a TG in Arizona in Mesa. And he trained people there. Also at TG.
That's him and his coach. They do that.
Okay.
So he's a part of with him. Yeah.
Derek Farnsworth down at the gym in San Diego also.
I like Derek.
Derek's the shit, man.
Derek trains hard. You ever see him like in his zone training, bro?
Bro, he fucked. I did legs with him.
Uh-huh.
He fucked me up, man. Like he had me doing lunges across the parking lot. I haven't done lunges in like 6 years, and I couldn't walk after.
I did. Okay, I did shoulders. It was a lot of us. Shit, I did shoulder. It was Farnsworth. It was me. It was Konevsky, and it was Jason Coley.
Oh my god,
that's a good combo.
That's an all-star cast.
Bro, that shit was like the meathead, juice head. The whole shit was crazy. And at the time, we was all like, Eric was like over 300. I was over 300. Jason is shorter, but that was the biggest I've ever seen Jason. Probably maybe like 270-ish, something like that. He appears bigger than his weight. I'll say that. Like Zayd, because he's a light heavy, but he gets big. You know, at least at the time he did. I don't know how big
you're always gonna think of me as light heavy. That was last year, motherfucker. Last year is last year. Stop referring to me as a fucking light heavyweight.
Don't get sensitive. Don't get sensitive,
in the fucking sauna to make fucking weight.
That 300 pounds is really coming out right now.
I'm telling you guys, man.
Don't get sensitive. It's okay, Zay. You know.
I think they call this little man syndrome.
You still won, Zay. You good? Don't worry about it. You still won the class.
You guys are gonna force Zayd back to them 2 mix, guys. Don't force him back to that life.
Bully me back into it, bro.
He's gonna draw. I'll show these motherfuckers.
No, it was supposed to be a compliment. I'm saying you don't look like it. You're bigger, even though you're a lightweight. You still look big.
I just want you to know, you guys. I won the LA championships as a heavyweight.
He's a grower. Yeah, he's a grower. Not a shower.
It's always the immigrant that you make fun of, right?
Oh, okay, we're doing that part, huh?
Oh, it's okay. I make fun of Beatty all the time.
Yeah. And maybe Zay doesn't need more tests. He got some tests in him. I see it now.
Spicy, man. Why are you flaming Zayd right now so hard? We gotta lay off, man.
Oh man,
I love it. We get Zayd involved. This is the most Zayd talk on the podcast in a while. I love it.
All good for my deadlifts, bro. That's all good for my deadlifts.
Who gets attacked the most on the podcast? Is it Zay? Jay gets the most. Maybe Zay. Joe gets some. Joe gets some attack.
No. Yeah, I'm called fat left and right.
Yeah, Joe's not fat anymore though, so we can't do that.
Yeah. I'm slightly in shape.
I like it. It motivates
Not Zay. Joe never actually looks fat in person. I gotta be honest though. In person, he doesn't look fat though. In those pictures, he looks a little chubby. He looks a little chunky sometimes. So.
It's the element of surprise, bro.
When I say this, I mean this from a very good place.
Uh-oh.
But like Joe, I swear to God, like you look like your dog. You're your dog. Like you guys kind of.
Bro, thank you. Look at it. Look, you look just like you.
His dog is cute. He's like, huh? What happened?
My boy. Look at that. Oh,
he's like, what?
Your dog's cuter though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, dog look cute.
Yeah.
Oh man,
they look like twins, man. They look like twins.
the best.
Oh man. All right, guys. What do we talk about today? You want to talk about Milos and Samson again?
Oh my god! Please,
please give us a break.
You know, because I still think I don't think Milos is a bad guy. You know, I think Samson was just nah. We're not doing that. Let's see what's.
But to answer your question, only Beirut is his client right now. I think at the moment.
Horse is still with him.
Marcelo still is. Yeah,
but is he really, or is he peeking himself? Beirut is probably just shredded just because he just does like 10 minutes of cardio. He's fucking shredded. Well,
Yeah.
let's see. Is
Oh,
anybody
that's actually a good question. I saw the last podcast with the topics.
Mhm.
Beatty, you had a hot take, which I kind of agree with, where
who?
talked about Hadi doing 3 hours of cardio, and you said that you don't think it's actually happening, that he's
No, there's just
medically,
zero
he's-
chance.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I
When
agree
have
with you.
Hadi had any body fat on him? It doesn't. I think it might be like folklore from maybe his amateur days when he was psycho and was doing, and it keeps like getting pushed forward. But Hadi never has body fat on him. At what point? That would be dumb. That would be he's just doing cardio just to eat more food at that point, because
Maybe that's why he's so lean though, year round. Maybe he never goes under an hour. I don't know.
I don't buy
Devil's
that for
advocate.
one. I don't buy that shit for 1 second. It doesn't make any sense. I gotta be honest.
And somebody said he trains 5 hours each and every day in the gym, weight training. So if
Okay,
you're training 5 hours a day, there's no fucking way you're getting
There's
fat.
no need.
maybe
For 5
maybe
hours,
this
though?
is some Iranian folklore. Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of
Yeah.
Legend of
folk
Hadi.
tales going on. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it goes. It grows every time it passes on. It grows some more. You know, guys. Anytime, especially somebody who trains off camera or some of the '90s guy that didn't have cameras on him. It's always, I used to squat 7-8 plates, and you're like,
Yeah,
I feel
dude,
like that.
bro, you know who actually did do that? Derek
Yeah.
Farnsworth. There's a video of him like
Oh yeah.
piston squatting like seven and a
That's
half
insane.
plates or something. And he's like, 200 pounds. It's fucking retarded. The guy
That guy's
was
insane.
so strong.
That guy's insane.
Yeah.
I saw Jose Raymond do, I want to say, was it 4 or 5 plates, and he got like 30 reps. It was
Yeah, that was
ridiculous.
the Palumbo's event, right?
It was.
Bros.
Pros
Pros
versus
versus
pros. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish he still did that. That would have been so cool, man. To
I
attend
mean,
that.
they're moving
Oh.
the weight like 6 inches to be fair, but still, like,
Damn, bro.
Yeah, so.
You had to go there.
Hey, it matters.
It does. No, it does actually. Damn, who are they? They look big as hell. Tim,
oh, it's Bush.
Tim
He's doing Vancouver.
Oh, dope. Who's the other guy? Who's this?
Justin something. He's an amateur.
Oh, well, he's
Dude looks really good though.
a hell of an
Got flexing the
amateur.
Benz, guys. Got flexing the Benz.
I
Got
see
the
it.
AMG.
Yeah, okay. What are they doing here?
See that guy, Tim?
Uh-huh.
I feel like this is the closest if my body grows well, I would be close to his shape or his muscle bellies. I feel like I look this as similar to him as any of the other ones.
That was random, Zayd, but let's see.
He's big right now, man. He's really big.
Yeah,
I think you have a
Hopefully,
little
of course.
better shape and structure than him, actually.
Hey,
I
baby.
can see from I can see the lower bodies. I can see from the lower body, the legs. I definitely.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
baby.
but I see what you're saying, huh?
On my story, I just posted my comparison from USA's to now on my back. I thought that was
bet.
pretty
I'll take a
good.
look.
Yeah. Hold
I'm
up,
gonna take a
Joe.
look.
You talk about Zayd, like chill out.
Guys,
Yeah,
look
that
at
one.
me.
Well, they talk shit.
Competitive.
He said-
They
he said-
get competitive.
He said he's gonna beat me. I'm like, all right, Dave. Let's fucking go.
Well, while we're at it, Bodybuilders Without Borders posted one of my pictures recently, in case you wanted to look.
I'm just saying, me and Stu are about to
Hey.
compete against each other.
Yeah, I just posted a shoulder video.
Yeah,
This is making the rounds. This is what we're supposed to do.
You should probably go look at that.
A matter of fact, look at my back day. My back day yesterday. No, I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
to be honest, I watched it.
as far as I'm concerned, I feel like every one of us should be feeling that we could beat the next person personally. That's how you should feel.
I'm competitive as fuck. I really am.
I have a list of guys actually in my head, so I would like to one day beat on the stage.
Joe
And I
is
don't-
on
I-
the
I-
top of the list.
I'm not afraid to admit it, bro. I feel like this motivates me to be better,
Bro, you should.
And it's
bro,
only a part of a respect. It's not like hatred or jealousy. It's actually
Listen,
a
man.
respect thing,
If you sat here and said there's no way I could beat Joe, I wouldn't. I feel like that's like bullshit. It's like why would you feel that way?
How you
know,
competing if you
that
don't think you can beat somebody?
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, now if you say I don't feel like I could beat Nick this year, that's different.
No, that's delusion. There's difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's delusion.
But yeah, but yeah, if you're talking about your peers and stuff, like I feel like everybody should feel that way. You know,
The only way I
this is
can beat Nick
last
if
year.
he's absent.
You gotta take him
That's
out.
it.
True that.
Jay Quadra, that thickness in your back, baby. See that?
Ooh,
Thanks, Jay.
that's
Well,
so
very kind of
mama
you.
right there.
No, that's wifey. Yeah, come on.
Crazy
Support
gains
system,
from
baby.
USA's to this year, bro. Seriously. I was looking at
Yeah.
that post. It's very fucking impressive. It feels like a newbie gains all over again.
It's because I get
Yeah.
fat, Zayd. I get fat as fuck.
That's what happened.
According to everybody in the world, Joe's too fat.
Yeah, but you
I
also
think
you're
your
genetically
best-
blessed with that, right? Like
I
not
think your-
everyone can get to that heavy and still chisel a really good body afterwards.
I think your
Yeah.
best pose right now is your side chest, Joe.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
I think
Hands
your
down.
hamstrings have improved significantly. I think side chest is your killer shot right now. It reminds me of what's the name of that guy from Brazil, Martin something.
William
Yeah.
Martins.
William Martins, yeah.
Will Martins, yeah. It reminds me of that. It's very good.
What the side chest, not the front poses.
No, side chest.
Oh, okay. I'm like, don't violate
No,
Joe
no,
like
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Side chest. Yeah, side chest.
His side chest is all right. It's all right. Thanks,
All
guys.
Do you
Hey.
think we'll see guys getting docked if they did the side tricep, front tricep pose?
The
as a
illegal
pose?
side try.
It's
Yeah,
illegal now.
yeah.
They say,
In
so.
comparison,
I mean,
What's
Tyler
illegal?
yeah.
It's illegal.
illegal side try.
Well, not
It's-
illegal, but
me and
you
Zayd's
can't do it.
me and Zayd's signature shots.
Wait, that's
It's the
illegal?
best.
It is,
illegal,
yeah.
bro.
Not illegal, but you can't hit it as a side tricep
No.
pose.
Tyler said,
Which-
I spoke to
oh.
him. Tyler said you can hit the conventional and then transition to it, but you can't use it as the main side
Oh,
try pose.
okay.
Shit, I better figure out how to pose that then. I
Wait, which
cannot
one?
the regular side
Uh,
tricep.
Yeah. He said he wants
Well-
the conventional and then you can transition it. You can do the Dorian Yates style, but you can't do the front. The one
Wait.
my
Mhm.
signature shot. you
Yeah,
can't
the
do
one
that
where the one where you
Shit,
show
that
like your abs and stuff. Your
Yeah.
the Sean Roden,
Okay.
the Sean Roden.
Yeah,
variant.
okay,
You can't-
okay.
you can't do it.
I was like,
But-
fuck, man. I was like, I need to figure out how to sit on that shit on my right
How
side.
how many seconds? How many seconds do you have to hold the traditional one? Because I could just hit
At
it for
least
half a
3.
second. So what if I hit it for half a second? That counts.
I would
right?
I would just wait till you transition to the next
it would look
pose.
awkward. It would look awkward if you do it for half a second, right? So I mean, when I did it in North Americans, because we'd spoken about heat. When I did it in North Americans, I would do 2 seconds for each. So 2 seconds of that, transition into that, and then hold that pose. I think after side try is what I would hold
Ab
it
and thigh.
till they say, yeah, ab and thigh. So I would hold it, and then my ab and thigh is a side. So I would just transition from there. I wouldn't even reset. I would just hold it and transition
Well,
into the ab.
Speaking of that, last episode we went over everybody's best poses, and we pulled up Ken at the North Americans. Yo, Ken is underrated because I kind of forgot how he looked. Ken looked crazy at that North Americans, man.
We got short
Yeah.
memories.
Great.
As Sid would say, it's
Remember-
the easiest national show for you.
Yeah,
You
I
won it
remember.
so
I told you
easily.
I saw Ken pop up, and I was like, I told my sister, I was like, "Hey, Jasmine, you think I want to beat this guy? You want to beat him?"
You
Low
don't have
key-
to
You never tell
what
us
you
her
said.
answer every single time.
Yeah. Hey.
Don't worry about it.
Low key, I can make a case. I can make a case that Ken would have won overall at any national show he did that entire year.
I would say, yeah, 100%.
I can make a very strong case, and that's saying a lot because it's some really good guys, man. A really good guy. Not even the overall winners. There's really good guys like in the like Wyatt didn't win overall, right? Zay didn't win overall. So there's
Wow,
good
that was
people.
fucking huge, man.
That's what I'm saying. So that's saying a lot. That I was really impressed because sometimes in real time, you kind of get numb to it. You're watching all these physiques, all these pros all year round. Then you see Ken after you just seen Samson and Derek, and it just you kind of just forget about it. So when you go back, it's impressive, Ken.
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Extremely
I
impressive.
appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. All right, let's see.
All right, let's get this over with, Beatty. What do you think?
That's
Do you guys-
pretty real.
Do you guys think that Vito is really gonna be the same size as Rafa?
No, I think Rafa is going to be more aesthetic and bigger.
Me too.
The other
too.
guy is shorter and stockier, I feel like.
Yeah, he's significantly taller. I think Rafa's significantly taller than this picture.
Why they make him in the same height in this picture?
That's what I'm. Bro, there was a picture and it had what? It had Urs next to Wesley, and then Urs looked better than Wesley because they had them at the same height. I said, yo, if you took Breon Aze and you made him 6'3", he's gonna beat Wesley too. Like Wesley is also winning on structural size, so you can't make them the same height and then look at it. That's like taking Sean Clarita and make him fucking 6 foot and compare him to anybody in the lineup.
That would be terrifying. Sean Clarita 6 feet tall.
That's the second coming of Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
That's
Ronnie
second coming
Coleman,
right
bro.
there.
That's insane. But there's a reason why you can't do that. So when you start doing that, then it throws everything off because it's just not. So I don't really like picture comparisons, but we don't have any choice, right? That's all we got to go by. So in this picture, it looks like Vito is just as big. I don't think he will be. So I don't think anybody can beat Rafa. I got to be honest.
Dude, honestly, I don't even think. I think Rafa has a solid hold on that. I think Vito versus Carlos would be a good matchup. That's what.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Small waist, huge. I mean, fucking ridiculous legs, big arms. I mean, that's gonna be a nice matchup. You're right.
I really want to see what
wanna-
Carlos's back looks like.
I want to talk to Carlos, but he's kind of in ghost mode. I kind of want to see how he's feeling, but I could imagine he's feeling not that good.
If that guy hits it hard and he nails it, man, he's so dangerous.
Yeah, he is.
Carlos.
Oh.
Carlos. I think he's personally out of the new generation, like all of us, part of the new generation. I think he's the front runner. I'll be honest. Like if he's able to nail it, he's going to the yo, man. Like he's going to the yo, and I'm talking top 10. Like
Without a doubt.
That's where I
Yeah, I
see
see
it.
that. You guys remember Tristan Esco? Oh, I know Ken does because he's from Jersey.
Yeah,
I know him, yeah.
I remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan Esco.
Oh, Shreds. Yeah.
Shreds. Yeah, that's just.
Shreds.
He turned pro really young and he was really good, but I feel like he was more into the social media, so he competed like once maybe. Okay, I will say he did a show and he was pissed. I think he was pissed he didn't win. And looking at the pictures, I could see why he would be pissed. I can't remember the show, can't remember who he competed against. But that's not a reason to stop competing. You know, if we have like a placing you didn't agree with, I don't think that's a reason to not compete again. But apparently he hasn't competed in 7 years and now he's making a comeback. Looks good, but I don't feel like he's progressed and the sport has progressed. So I don't know. I don't know if
212 too. From what I heard, he's doing 212. I don't even think he's doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's. I don't think he's. Yeah, I see 212 pro. It's right there.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to 212. I mean, in the last 7 years, he could have grown into open, but I don't think he was focused on that. I think he was just doing his thing. Listen, man, he has a really good balanced physique. He comes in fucking peeled, and he could do damage as long as he's in it mentally. I just don't know if he's in it mentally. You know, shit. 7 years, he could have been 300 pounds by now. 7 years.
Hey, bro, speaking about people coming back, fucking Casey just got engaged.
Uh-huh.
And I'm over here thinking to myself, okay, he gave her the ring. Maybe he'll come back now.
Hey.
He secured the bag.
Who's Casey?
Oh,
Casey,
Casey case?
A good
Casey
friend of ours.
Castro.
He's a pro bodybuilder.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
Oh,
man.
yeah, him.
Dude,
I'ma tell
he
you
gets
this.
inside out shredded. This man.
Yeah.
He's
Watch
one
it.
of the original guys I looked up to in at
Yeah,
fitness.
him and Cement Factory did so good together. That
Watching
conditioning he
Casey,
brings.
I've been seeing Casey in the gym. He's looking a little bigger again. And I thought I'm squatting like what, almost 6
5 and
plates.
a
I'm like,
quarter. 5 and a
I'm
quarter,
like,
bro.
that don't look like a retired man to me. So
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Casey, what the fuck?
He might
trying to
be
look for
pissed off that
contest
day or
pictures.
something.
maybe. But like he don't look like somebody who's retired to me. Yo, look at his waist, bro. What the fuck is that? That looks fake. That looks fake, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to like come back 110% like you need to be a pro after being off your game for that long. I couldn't imagine trying to do that.
Well, that's the thing. He hasn't been off his game.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, just not like 100% focused.
Yeah.
Right?
I know what you mean.
That mindset. You're like, oh, life is kind of fun when you're not bodybuilding all the time. It can be addictive,
very fun.
You know?
His pro debut, he placed right behind John Jewett, which at the time he was 5th or 4th at the Olympia. So that was a huge deal for him, and he almost beat him, to be honest. You know?
Hey, listen, man. When you come in that kind of condition and you have that good of a structure, that small of a waist, you're gonna be a threat to everybody, every single time. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around it. If you have the genetics, like the shape, the muscle bellies, and you're ripped to the bone, you're always gonna. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around it. Like a judge is not gonna see somebody with the perfect waist, crazy muscle bellies, and the most shredded guy in the lineup and be like, second call out. It's just not gonna happen. You know, you're gonna be in the mix every single time. You know, shit. Even if you don't have the fucking structure, if you're that peeled, you're already gonna be looked at. Let alone if you have the structure.
Those are his stage shots from Tampa right there.
The fuck?
Oh, I thought it was. I guess it's higher.
Yeah, it is. What show is
That's
this?
when he turned pro.
At
Nationals.
Oh, that's a long time ago now. Holy shit! Yeah, look at the glutes. And that was as an amateur.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's in shape. I'll tell him that.
As a matter of fact, these guys all come in shape. That's
they do.
definite.
They definitely do.
Oh, hey, there you go.
That's the show. Yeah. Well,
no, that's the pro debut. Yeah.
Well, he looked more peeled than Jewett. Jewett is round and full though, as well.
Yeah, he started sweating on stage out of nowhere. Like you see how glossy he is.
It looks good though. It looks like more oil.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
I hate when that happens, bro. That's the worst thing in the world.
Sweat. Has that happened to you before?
It has. That's why I say it's the worst.
I don't think I've ever sweated on stage. I don't think I've sweated at all. Yeah. I could barely flex by the time I'm on stage, so I don't think I'm a sweat.
How about you, Ken? You ever sweat on stage, bro?
Surprisingly, no. No, I actually haven't.
That's really good, too.
That's that halo. Halo guy.
No, for that show, it's dry. No, for the USA says I did not sweat.
Okay.
But previous shows, yeah.
There's no bodybuilding news, bro. What's going on?
I mean, the only thing.
Picture with the little duck.
Yeah, the only thing coming up is Ono Brazil. I think there's a slight hiatus right now, and it's right there in the center.
I feel like there's not. You know what? Okay, I was gonna say there's not much to talk about because I think Rafa's gonna win convincingly. But I mean, if we're being technical, why couldn't Tonio beat him? I know. I mean, Olympia is irrelevant because Rafa got 10th and Tonio got 8th. But this is a different Rafa. This is not the same Rafa that got 10th. You know. So, I mean, there's a chance Tonio could win. I mean, I wouldn't say there's no chance, but if I had to put money, I would put money on.
Win the back poses, man, like handily.
Well, he will win the back poses.
He will win the back. Not many people can win against Tonio in the back pose.
Dude, I don't understand how he looks like that at like 220. It doesn't make sense to me. It's so big. Bro. His back is so big.
In a hoodie and a backpack, bro. At Cali, he looks like a college athlete. Yeah. Or high school.
Like he's a varsity guy or something.
Yeah, but he actually looks young in the face too, you know. Yeah. And then he takes it off, and it's like that. It doesn't even make sense because in a big T-shirt, Stu look like a caveman, but they both peel off, and it's like it doesn't look like 50 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't like a 50-pound difference.
I'll tell you what. In the lower body, I was a lot bigger than him from behind, but you know, upper body, pretty. He looked a little bigger than me, I think. But like again, I
Visually,
have to have
yeah.
so much more
And
muscle
detail.
than him.
He just has and can you? I mean, I know people always say that, but can you imagine if he didn't even have tattoos on his body? I feel like his detail would be insane. Like
I
he's
think so,
already
yeah.
detailed. He's already detailed
Yeah.
from the back. But can you imagine? Like, man, I don't think I really think right now in the lineup, forget size, just looking at the back, I think Tonio's top 3, man. I think he's
Yeah.
top 3 best backs in the open.
I mean, I think it's Derek than him, right? Who would be? Oh, Nick. I would say Nick, but the Nick's last spread. Nick got a thicker back.
Not that good.
Nick
No offense,
has.
Nick.
I think Tonio's back is more detailed. I'll be honest. Nick
I
is
think
bigger
Tonio-
significantly, but I think
Of
his
course.
back is more detailed.
I think Tonio's back is more complete. You know.
Yeah.
Well, okay, because if we get technical, Tonio's back actually isn't bigger than anybody, like size wise, but it appears. See, I mean, it's a visual sport. It doesn't matter how big it actually is, but it appears bigger than everybody's back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, standing there relaxed, bro. He probably has the biggest, the best back in the entire IFBB. Just standing there, just relaxed, or walking around the gym and shit. You know, but in the poses, I'm gonna have to give Derek the back double. I don't give Derek the last spread though. I gotta be honest with you. I don't think I would give Derek the last
Derek's
spread.
wide, man. Derek is so wide, and the hamstring and glutes just solidified, man.
It's
so
the lower body, like it's not bad on Tonio, but it's like just the muscularity, like how much space it takes up. I mean, even I beat him downstairs from the waist down.
But in the entire IFBB, I think the back double goes to Derek for sure. I don't think anybody's gonna. The backlash spread, I know we have short-term memory, but I still think the backlash spread, I thought Rami had a crazy wide backlash spread. But
super wide, but he didn't have like those pillars of meat going up his spine, you know? Like right up and down either side of his spine. Because he spreads it out over so much space.
Regan Grimes had a crazy back double, crazy backlash spread. It's not as detailed though as Tonio.
Mm-hmm.
So who has the best backlash spread? You gonna give it to Derek?
Hottie? Don't forget about him.
I like Hottie's a lot.
Yeah, Hottie.
There's just so much muscle there, man. And you know, from the waist down too, there's a lot going on there.
Can you pull up Derek's just so I remember it? I remember it properly. Because I still
Derek's last spread?
Yeah.
Where can I even find it?
Maybe
on Google probably.
Yeah,
right.
Probably Derek from last spread.
I gotta stop the shit.
I saw that's funny as fuck.
Oh wow, what you got on there, bro?
Oh, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
BBWs Incorporated.
you don't want to know. Derek last spread. Okay. Derek last forward. How you gentlemen doing today? How's everybody doing today?
Doing good, bro.
Everybody doing okay?
I'm starting to get fucking hungry, bro. Like really fucking hungry.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah. Beatty saw my plan. I'm eating like a bikini competitor.
Yeah, he is.
What happens?
That's what.
Dig yourself out of that hole full of lard.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah, bro.
Give
it to Derek, man.
I gotta pick a stage pick. I mean,
that's
lower.
That's not even 2023.
Oh,
that's
lower body. Derek beats everybody, but his actual last spread, his actual back in the last spread, I think Hadi beats him in the back in the actual. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Hadi actually beats him by quite a bit in the backlash spread. But in the back double, then it's like, what the fuck? I don't know what happens to Derek's back in that back double, but it turns into a fucking crazy. But Hadi's not hitting it, pop. Hadi's kind of sucking his back up. I think if he maybe flex his abs, maybe he could have, because in the lat spread, the way his back looks in the lat spread, I think he's hiding some of that thickness. It looks like he's kind of like his chest is really high up. Maybe if he caves his chest a little bit.
It's almost like he's not even sitting back into it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
if you have a really good lat spread and then not so good back double, I think you should hit it like almost like a what's his name Roman. It don't have to be that intense, but a little bit more caved in, kind of like an Ian or Bumstead. A little bit more
mid back out.
Yeah. Jay said he would like crunch down on his abs, and that gives you more depth. It's same difference, right? If it's kind of if you flex down on your abs, you're kind of rounding your back slightly. I think that would be not that Hadi needs posing lessons from us, but just
everyone has something to say.
Everybody, yeah. Like his coach is probably like, no, sit up more, and then we're like, oh, arch your back, and everybody got some shit to tell somebody.
Personally, I'd listen to Hani Rambod.
Me too.
100%.
I would too. Yeah, I think Hadi has the best last spread. I think so. What was the point of that conversation?
We're talking about Tonio.
Baby got back.
Okay, yeah. I think Tonio best backs overall. I think Derek. I want to say Tonio second. Anybody have any complaints with that?
I would say I think Hadi is still better second. Just overall muscularity and density, he kind of beats him, but pretty close.
I like Regan's back better than Tonio's.
You like it? What does that mean? You like it?
Like in a back lat spread.
It's just nice, man.
No, he beats him in a back lat spread.
That's a nice back.
Oh, for sure. Who, Regan or Tonio?
Tonio won by 1 spot.
Eighth?
One spot.
Oh, 1/8. Yeah.
But okay, I'm not gonna lie. Regan's back is crazy though. Regan, let's pull up Regan Grimes. Regan got a crazy back.
I like Regan's back lat spread.
More detailed. Yeah,
It's
Regan's
crazy,
back lat
man.
spread is good, but I think Tonio's back is more detailed, especially from a back.
You guys ever seen Regan in person?
No,
I have. Yeah.
He's very impressive in person. I got to be honest. He's very impressive.
Yeah.
You know how it's easy to say like this guy needs more size. Like okay, everybody needs more size somewhere, right? You could put more size at some point on somewhere besides maybe Sean Clarita. But you could probably put more size some. But Regan, bro, he looks very round, very bubbly. He looks big. He looks very impressive. I will say that. Maybe that's what the judges sometimes see. Like when he beat Nathan, like us watching, we're like, I don't know about that shit. But maybe when you're there in person, that's the only thing I can say because his physique does kind of look very imposing, very round, very bubbly. It is impressive. I'll say that. Let me see a back post. I'm sure he has back pictures.
Yeah, it should come up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Can't hide that back forever.
I guess he's off season, so maybe he's not showing off. It's too long. I don't got the patience for that. Where's the damn back? I'm in a tank top. I don't want to see that.
Go to the tag photos probably.
Tag photos, okay.
You're gonna have all these people that are not even him.
There you go.
That's impressive. I gotta get that's impressive.
Yeah, that's
fucking
impressive.
great.
That's impressive. He doesn't flex his glutes though. He flexes hamstrings. I know he has shorty glutes, but he doesn't flex it. You notice, right? He doesn't stick his butt out. I hate to stick the butt out shit. He doesn't stick his butt out, but he's flexing his hamstrings and his adductors, but not really his glutes. Which I mean, it looks good regardless.
That's impressive.
I'm personally I like the flex glutes personally.
Just like what you said about me, Beatty,
Mhm.
I forgot what Regan's back really looked like.
Low key,
that's
yeah.
impressive. Yeah, that's impressive.
Okay, yeah, good. We got some more. Yeah, that's all impressive. I don't like the angle though. You gotta move to the left a little bit.
Yeah,
you gotta take a step to the left, homie. Protan, you gotta take a step to the left. All right.
Yeah.
See another one. Yeah, I mean Zay says last spread. If you're talking about his last spread, I could see his last spread being better than Tonio. Not the back double though. I don't think the back double, but maybe the last spread. I like Regan's back too, Zay. I like Regan's back too.
I wonder what he's doing this year.
yeah, Regan's back is nice.
But he knows, he knows he got that last spread. Look, he's milking it. He's milking that last spread. Look at, he knows he got the last
rounds the
spread
back
going.
a little bit. I feel like he rounds the back a little bit too.
A little too much. In that
No,
picture,
not,
he didn't.
not a little too much. He looked perfect. Like I mean, perfect. Like he rounded it out. It makes it look good.
You like the rounded back.
Yeah.
I like the.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't need posing advice from me, bro. Trust me. He's doing good.
This is a good one. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Flex the glutes though, man. I don't want to sound like a glute, like I'm obsessing over the glutes or nothing. But
glute snob.
Yeah, I don't want to be. But you gotta flex the glutes, man, because you could see some lines already there. You know the glutes are in, but you gotta flex that shit. You know.
That's guy.
I don't know why he won't flex it there though, because it's not like he's pushing the adductors out that badly.
So yeah, look at hold on, top right there, top right. Look, he's flexing his glutes there.
You see, that's what it's all about.
Details there, yeah,
there.
But then his adductors kind of go away a bit. So.
Yeah, but I feel like he doesn't need the adductors that much because his legs look big from behind. But
yo, you see that comment? You see that comment there?
Who? Which one?
Which one?
You need honey rambide or
no horse?
Lend me your back for the weekend. He definitely needed it. He needed it.
This is the best condition he's ever been in. This is a little bit of a flattering picture, but still, he was in very good condition this year.
Apparently, he didn't do insulin. That's the word on the street. All right. We got anything else to talk about, or were we good? None much.
Not really.
Do Stu's update. We didn't do Stu's update.
I want to see a little ducky.
Let's see.
I like the little duck.
The duck.
Which one is that? This one.
Okay. Levi comes out of my pictures. You got your little duck.
Okay. Let's see Stu. Stu is in shape already.
Is his ass tight enough for you, Beatty?
He could flex a little more.
I think I could, but then I'd lose my adductors. So
yeah.
Your back looks better, Stu.
How's your knee lately? Is it getting better? Like
yeah, it's manageable. I actually did legs last night and I fucking squished myself a couple times. I filmed the whole thing. I'm actually gonna put it on YouTube for everyone's bugging me about that. But yeah, it's been I'm able to train my legs not like how I want to, but leg press first and then do hack squats after I'm warm. I've been doing like rest pause on my my second leg press set, and that's pretty killer. So
when I started having knee issues, I stopped doing the hack squat for like a couple weeks. Now I'll go back to it. I'll do Smith squat instead.
I was doing just leg press for a while, and that was good. And I've worked my way back into. The thing is, once my knees are warm and happy, I'm not doing 7, 8 plates on the hack, but I can do 5 and make it slow and painful. So
yeah, we're not gonna. That's fine. If you got to take it down to 3, 4 plates, we're not gonna judge you. Do your thing. Hey, when Stu starts looking Puerto Rican, that means it's game time. He getting lean. He getting lean.
Stop it with the Puerto Rican thing, dude. You just say that because you're from New York and like there's a bunch of Puerto Ricans.
Now, when you really in trouble is when Stu starts looking like fucking Vietnamese. When you start looking Cambodian. It's over for you. When his eyes start getting like this, when he start getting the little eyes thing going, it's over with.
Hey,
his eyes getting tighter. Look at his eyes.
Has no one noticed how fucking long his hair is getting? Now you're in trouble, bro.
Yes, it's long. It's long. Yeah,
it's impressive.
He getting the Puerto Rican action going.
Stu's got y'all in trouble. Fans at Fit Nation. Somebody had asked me if when you do the cow, if you're going to come down there. I told him you would.
I'm gonna. So actually, I was just talking to my uncle about this. So my uncle lives in San Diego, so I'm gonna go straight from New York to San Diego on Monday, stay down there for a few days, and then Friday afternoon I'm gonna drive up to Anaheim, and just stay in the hotel there.
Well,
Danny, would you be down to do like a live podcast that day? At Fit Nation?
Of course.
On Sunday?
Yeah. I'm down. I gotta hire. I'm gonna hire a team though. I know somebody who does that because I'm not about to bring fucking three cameras and be
Yeah.
pressing record and shit. So I'm not doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna just hire like people to do that. You know, but that should be fun.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna be here except Ken, I think.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's fly Ken over. Let's chip
Fuck
in.
it. Come on,
Fly
Ken.
him over.
Spend that AdSense revenue on a plane ticket for Ken.
Yeah, man.
I know you're
I'm
making
in.
so much money off of this podcast.
Oh shit!
All 4,000 viewers.
Realistically, let me see how much I'm getting from each episode. We doing 2 a week, so 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 videos a month, right?
Yeah.
Huh. But then sometimes I'm getting views on old videos as well. But if I had to split it up, divided by 8, let's say like $70 a video. That's not bad though. That's actually not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
It's not good. but it's not
$70 a
bad.
video is not bad per video.
not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 70 times 8.
Oh, the way I look at it, we've only been don't start counting my numbers now.
Where's my
Yeah,
cut,
I'm thinking like,
baby?
yeah,
Wait a minute. Where's my cut?
Just past the $500 mark, bro.
I'm on half these fucking videos.
Now, all right, but what I will say is that it hasn't been that long. So the way I'm thinking about it, in like another year, it's gonna be enough where I could pay y'all. You know what I'm saying? I could. I ain't saying I am.
You gotta be careful with that, man. Podcast contracts are a weird bitch.
Yeah, you
From
know.
people that I've spoken to, you don't want to start doing that.
I would rather just like look out for y'all and like buy y'all gifts and shit. You know,
Hey, you know what you should do? You should take the revenue from this and make t-shirts. Honestly,
Yeah.
like that would be a better, cooler thing to do for fans.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't need $10 an episode from our silly podcast. Like, I'm gonna
I'd
go
rather
buy
wear
a
a shirt.
sandwich. Like,
Yeah.
I would
If
love
not,
to
if not
wear
much
a
you can do with it.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
definitely
submission-
gonna.
I think merchandise would be good. It's a good option.
YouTube has this thing where they can do it for you, but the quality is like, if I'm gonna wear a t-shirt, the quality got to be like a good quality shirt.
there's
gotta
a
be
couple
over-
of brands that are good. There's like District. There's like the Triblend material. That's the best shit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna just have like a piece of cotton with fit, with the podcast on it. I want it to actually look good, feel good. So that's the next move. One step at a time. It's on Spotify now. I got that shit on Spotify now.
Thank you.
We taking steps in the right direction.
Everyone nobody bugging me about that now. Fuck.
Why nobody asks about
Big
iTunes?
Fat Joe shirts. Big Fat Joe shirts.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Zalo. We're gonna have it all, man. We're gonna have it all.
Hey, if anybody's listening at this point, what are we, like an hour and a half in?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know in the comments if you'd buy a silly shirt from us.
For real,
so
I think they would.
Yeah.
They're
set
the
up
ones
a
saying
poll?
it.
Can you set up a poll in here?
Yeah, I could do it. Well, they've been asking already for some time. But see,
Really?
in my head,
okay.
I just assume that everybody's joking because we always joking around. But I don't think they're joking. I think they're serious.
It's so hard to gauge, man. It's like
Yeah.
everyone says they want to buy a shirt, and then they're like, "Oh, 10 of them do it." Who
Mhm.
knows?
Okay. That's true. All right. You guys want to get to questions? Did we cover everything that we had to cover? Nothing happened, right?
Nothing spicy this week. No.
All right. So let's dive into questions. See what we got. I kind of forgot to post the question sticker, so I did it kind of late, but
So you just woke up.
Yo, I literally I always wake up late, but I literally just woke up and rolled out of bed.
Dude, when you say late, how late are we talking? Because I can't translate from East Coast time, so I need to know this. Like, how late are we talking when you say you wake up?
I didn't go to bed till literally 6:30 in the morning.
So we're talking not even morning here. We're talking afternoon.
Yeah. So I woke up today at like 11:30. So that's, I don't know how much.
Well, I'm not too far off. I went to bed at 4 and I woke up at 9:30 because I had to go
Jesus.
get my
Why do you
tissue.
fucking stay up?
Why are you
until
guys
that
staying
time?
up so late? Like, what are you guys bodybuilders?
I
Like,
honestly,
what the fuck's going on?
I
And
napped.
I'll say the same thing.
I napped so hard during the day, and then it just keeps me up all night. Oh, fuck.
So I mean, yeah, that's what happened to me last night. It wasn't even a long nap. It was like 9 o'clock, and I dozed off for like 30 minutes, and that was it. I couldn't go back to sleep. I took gummies. I smoked weed. I couldn't go back to sleep. So, but I don't mind it because I just get work done. You know, that's the time I get work done anyway. So, which is bad because that's not going to help you sleep if you're working.
I have a bad habit of like it hits midnight, and I'll be like, "Hey Jay, you want to watch a movie?" It's like 2 hours, and then there you go. That's what happens.
But yeah, but even without taking a nap, my clock is already. It's been like that since I was in high school. I can't remember a time I've ever fell asleep before 2-3 in the morning. That's just always how it's been. Yeah.
Night person. Yeah.
I used to go to bed
at night.
Yeah, I used to go to bed at 8:30 because I'd have to wake up at 4 in the morning to do like cardio and stuff during prep and like a couple years ago. In the construction industry, where I was at, like the day starts at 6. So you're at the office at 6 and it's a 10-hour day, 5 days a week. So that kept me disciplined, but now I'm a fucking bum like you, Beatty.
It happens when you're not forced to get up for anything. Really, it's like, what do you do?
Yeah. What's next?
Yeah, 10:30, man. I'm in bed. 10:30, I'm out. That's it.
For a while, I had a job
10:30.
work it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you work from home, Kennedy?
Yeah.
Lucky bastard. Fuck
Oh
you.
Shit! You wake up like 20 minutes before work
in a boxer?
No,
I actually wake up. I work at 9, but I actually wake up at 6 because I got to do my cardio in the morning. So I wake up at 6, do my cardio, get some breakfast, and then start work.
When you go to work, you're just t-shirtless with a tie on, just sitting in front of the computer.
We don't even on the Zoom meeting.
I don't even wear a tie, bro. I just wear a regular shirt and pants. That's it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, so you do wear pants. Okay.
You sound bummed.
Zane's like, I don't understand why you wear pants.
Yeah,
So unnecessary.
exactly.
Zane's the kind of guy who walks around his house naked.
No, in boxers. That's it.
So liberating, man.
Oh yeah.
It feels so good to be free.
Being a grown up is great.
I don't like that. I like having some I like having clothes on. I don't feel comfortable be walking around naked. I feel weird.
I remember watching one of Fuad's podcasts early on, and James Hong says, like, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And he gets up and he walks out. He's just wearing boxers and a shirt. He walks out. It was hilarious.
I like how clothes feel on me. I like how clothes feel on me. Or you know how some guys like their girl walking around naked? I don't even want that. I want you like with like a t-shirt on with just like a little bit of butt cheek out, you know? That's what I like.
There's a dress code in Beatty's household.
Yeah. I want you to have I want you to have like a t-shirt on with just enough ass out so that if you go reach in the cabinet or something, I just see a bunch of ass. You know, I like that
tasteful underbutt.
Yeah. Or like you're cleaning around the house and you bend down a little bit. I'm like, oh shit. But like, because no,
oh shit.
You know what happens when it's too much? You get like you get like what you call it?
You get
sensory sensory overload.
Yeah.
So even like let's say if it's Valentine's Day, right? Most people would be like, "Yo, just be naked." No. I want you to have like a nice, tasteful lingerie on. It's covering the right spots, but it has a little nipple action. You know what I'm saying? They got some openings.
Ladies, submit your applications below.
The listener
requirements whatever.
Naked is too much for me. Like my brain can't. It's too much going on. My brain can't take in all that nakedness. I want to see it piece by piece. You know, like okay, you know, it's like a puzzle. I'm seeing a little bit, and I'm getting more into it.
I like when she wears my one of my big shirts, She has
Oh
a thong
yeah.
on and some socks, and that's it.
Oh, I like that. Or like a stringer. Or she wears one of your stringers. You got some nipple action. You got Come on now. You know what I'm talking about, Joe.
Are we gonna do questions or?
Yeah,
I am mad about this conversation. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
Get sidetracked,
These are the
How
things
much
we need to
steps
talk
are you
about.
doing?
Huh?
How
More
much steps are
music.
you running?
Enough
Some
for him to be like,
socks.
oh shit.
Some socks with a little bit of, t-shirt action.
Yeah.
Come on. That's all I
Come
need.
on now.
What would you guys recommend? Oh, no, not that one. Rebound post show. How do you manage PEDs, food, etc.? What works best for you?
We answered that question before.
I feel like we
A long
have.
time ago, I think.
You want to do a Cliff Notes version?
I feel like we've answered versions of that question.
Just
If
don't get too fat. And what that means is going to depend on you. And don't get too unhealthy. So if you fucking sent it at the end of prep, you took everything under the sun and your blood work's fucked at the end, you need to take a break from shit
yeah,
afterwards. Does that summarize it?
close enough.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
All right.
What are some of the biggest mistakes you see newbies make when it comes to gear? A lot of gear questions.
Hmm.
Too much? Is that fair to say?
I think they rely too much on it outside of food and training.
Yeah. They need
To
to
be
train to their best first.
To be honest, they think too much about it.
Yeah.
Right? For us, it's just there, like anything else. Like, if not, you know how you put your socks on? You're not like, should I do black socks, gray socks? What socks? Should I do long socks? You just put on your fucking socks and you go out the house, right? So newbies, they don't know how to treat it like just a variable. They think it's some crazy, special, fancy, elaborate thing that the pros know these secrets, and there's like a special method and a new drug that doesn't exist. It's just the same basic stuff that everybody does. We all do the same shit, give or take a couple of IUs, and it's really not that exciting.
We don't talk about drugs with each other, man. Like we talk about it a bit on the podcast because it's kind of fun, but like generally, like when I've talked to pros, high level amateurs, like this is a secondary thought to them. It's like,
and it's the expectation versus reality, right? Like a lot of newbies that do this, they think, oh, if I'm going to take my first cycle, I'm going to look like Jay Cutler.
They really believe it.
You realize that that's not the case. In fact, the people that always, a lot of these natty or nots, the people that are always like, most people that take gear understand that, like, because you're on gear does not mean that you're going to have a good physique. It's not guaranteed.
Oh, no.
It's not guaranteed.
No.
Shit, I mean, I would say at Zoo Culture, 70% of that gym is on gear.
Most
Guys and
people on
girls.
drugs don't look like they're on drugs. Rule of thumb.
Yeah. I always say my training partner is natural, and he has top 5 physique at the gym. He's not big, but everything's there. And all these these people on gear, they're talking to him about gear, and he's just like, okay, like he doesn't even want to mention that he's natural because they couldn't even comprehend that. But like they're talking about shit that doesn't even. It's like, bro, you look like your average high schooler. And you don't even look like the average high schooler that went to my high school, but you're like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, to answer the question of like biggest mistakes, overcomplicating shit. Like we all kind of do the same stuff. You don't need to do what we're doing right off the jump though. Either you're thinking about doing too much and adding too much random shit in to start, or sometimes people are like, oh, I'm going to start at like 200 mgs a test. Like, that's really not going to do a whole lot for you. You can start at like 400 or 500. It's not going to fuck your health markers, and, work your way up to like 750 and then maybe add in another compound or, be gradual with things. It's like, I was so guilty of this when I started. I was like, this is such a cool world of like anabolic steroids. I want to understand everything. I want to try everything. It's new and exciting. And like I did everything actually off the bat, which was dumb. But don't fall into that trap. Do as I say, as I do. Like it's you need to be gradual with stuff, and like you can milk a lot of progress out of, lower to moderate doses over years before you get up to like, higher level shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the guy that's gonna say wait till a certain age, but everything okay?
Yeah, that's just a little kid I have. Yeah, my girlfriend's babysitting her nephew.
Oh, okay.
Little kid right here.
I just want to make sure everything was okay.
Does Zayd have a baby? What?
Yeah, no. He said a little kid that I have. I was like, well,
no.
Are they there voluntarily news. Or are they kidnapped?
No, please don't say that.
I'm kidding, Zayd.
Just say yes. If you're kidnapped, just say yes, and we'll come rescue you. No, I'm never that guy that's gonna say wait till a certain age, wait till you're. You know how people they're so dramatic. Wait till you're 30 years old to start gear. It's like, bro, like really? Like you want to be a pro bodybuilder, you're gonna wait till you're 30? But I could see the benefits in waiting a little bit later, because somebody like Joe, he never had the experience we did. And when I say we, me, Zayd, and Stu, of like going crazy and just doing random stupid shit, because they were mature enough to say, this coach knows what they're doing. Let me just do what the coach says. Whereas when we started, we were so young that we didn't have that kind of maturity. It was just like, I know best. Fucking Tony Hughes and Boston Lloyd, they're my coaches online, and I'm just gonna do what the fuck they do, shit like that. So that would be the benefit of being a little more mature,
And like
it wasn't maturity. I was just a little bitch. I was scared. I don't want to fuck anything up.
That's
just me being honest.
Well, fear of
mortality. Yeah,
exactly. I was going to say mortality. I didn't have mortality. I'm 18. What happens if I'm dead at 50? I'm an old man, anyways. Who the fuck wants to live over 50? Like stupid shit like that. Like I would think like, oh, how bad can I fuck up my body, and do I care? And I'm like, as long as if I'm like 55, that's pretty good. And it's like, no, it's not. That's not okay. But you don't know any better. Whereas you, I
just want to make sure my dick worked 24/7. That was my biggest fear. I read all this shit. I'm like, this doesn't sound that good to me.
Yeah. Well, we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
We learned the hard way. Took that Deca,
the soft way rather.
Yeah, soft way. Fucking 500 Deca. Oh yeah, game time. And then I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm sorry, but it's not happening.
Yeah, I just didn't want to fuck myself up, man. Like you always, that kid you went to high school with that maybe just did 1 or 2 cycles, and then they didn't do anything. They didn't do it right. Yeah. Everything has been wrong from the get-go, and they're kind of fucked right now. So it's like I just didn't want to fuck myself up. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this under proper guidance.
You gotta be sure you actually want to follow this lifestyle, because it's a long road. Like you should compete naturally at least once, in my opinion. If you haven't already started, at least like make sure you actually like bodybuilding and competing, or you're just taking drugs to take drugs. And what's the point of that? I don't really understand the point of that personally.
So many people do that. That's like
I know. I don't understand it. I guess it's because like I came up following the competitive side of things, but like you can have a really good physique without gear, right? And if you're not getting on stage, you don't need to have like some over the top huge body to look good, right? So I guess if you just like being a big dude, I could see that, but at what cost? And guys like us are always going to look at you like, what are you doing?
I don't get it. I don't see. My thing is that sometimes I'm like, I live in West Hollywood, right? There's a lot of swole ass 60, 70-year-olds. And that to me is wild. I'm like, is this vanity? Like, are you trying to get laid? You trying to get laid at 60? Listen, I'll tell you how to get laid at 60. Make some fucking money. You'll get laid at 60. You know, like, is being a big buff 60-year-old gonna give me more ass? I mean, maybe it might, but it's like, is it that important? I don't know. It's like there's no healthy way to take legit. I mean, from what I see, it looks like they're on legit cycles, like full blown cycles. You know, so I don't think there's any healthy way to do that at that age. So I just don't understand I don't know.
Yeah, vanity's a hell of a drug, man. It's addicting, especially if they used to compete or something and they can't let it go down the road.
Yeah.
Like those are the guys that end up kicking the bucket. I hate to say it, but like
I agree.
the guys who stay big after they've retired from competition. It's like, dude, you need to go ride a bike and be 200 pounds, not 250.
I thought about that. I don't think I like myself. I'm big for competitive reasons, but I don't mind being smaller. Like when I was
Me neither,
220
bro.
pounds, I was really happy with how I looked. Like I was really happy.
I dream of the day.
Cool.
The problem too is like for us what big means to us is this. But even when you downsize, you're still relatively bigger than a regular person still.
Yeah. A lot bigger, actually. Yeah.
So it's like
one of my friends is trying to have a kid and he came off cycle. He's barely even working out like that. He's going running canyon, walking and shit. And he lost like, I don't know, 40 pounds, maybe more. He looks like legit 10 years younger, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, yo, all the girls are like, you look so much better. You look so much more handsome. And this is true. That actually does happen because when I was sick and lost a bunch of weight, my ex found me more attractive, not less attractive. She doesn't care about any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like most women, this is not a thing. I know guys think I'm gonna get buff and I'm gonna get the girls. Women don't give a fuck. They don't care about that shit. You know,
Doesn't work,
bro. I was about to say, even if your girl is into bodybuilding, she really doesn't care that much. She's not dating you because you're a bodybuilder. Like that's not why she's dating you.
And if she is, it's not gonna last.
Yeah,
I
I know for a fact I looked way better like speaking when I was a lot smaller. Like trust me, I know for a fact. I look at myself sometimes I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck happened to you, bro? Like
who gets more like who actually gets more attractive? You know, maybe if you look really dainty, maybe you'll get more attractive. If you just have like a really child looking face and all baby face looking, maybe Konevsky looked like a baby before he started, so maybe he looks better or worse. I don't know.
You know who looked like a child? David, our Polish friend.
He still looks like a child, kind of.
Yeah, if you see his picture before he started, you're like, bro, man, the gear did you good, bro. It did you solid. He looked like he was 12, dude.
And then there's people like me who are just like, and I was like here, and I'm just like way off the end.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind it. Like my girlfriend likes the way I look, and I think it's cool looking. Having like a freaky looking face when you're freaky big, like it all fits together, you know. But
yeah.
I understand I am super unappealing to most females.
I don't know why still you get so much flack because I'll see you like RX Muscle and all these other places where they post your photo, and it's like people have never because we see you, so people have never seen you before. They're like, oh, this dude looks wild, you know. It's like they're comparing you to like a caveman or something. I'm like,
yeah, I mean that's kind of the look I'm going for, dude.
Yeah.
The crazy
I like my look.
The square face, the giant head, like that's the look, you know. And
That's me, and I'm okay with that.
I lean into it. I'll tell you what, dude. If there weren't so many fucking women on hormonal birth control, I think I'd probably do better for myself. But they're all on the pill or whatever, like IUDs or whatever, and they like soft, squishy men. So maybe I'm just coping. I don't.
No.
I think you're right.
I think I got to be honest, man. A lot of women I don't think care about looks as much as we think, bro. I don't think it's always going to be security. For men, it's looks and loyalty. It comes loyal. Oh, I could say respect, but respect, loyalty, looks. It's like that, right? For a woman, it's all about security, bro. It's all about if a woman is secure emotionally, financially, sexually, she's good, bro. You could look like whatever. I don't think it's that important. Look at the best looking woman. They're never dating like handsome, pretty men. It's not really a thing. I'm at the point I don't believe it even matters, bro. I'm not saying Stu's ugly. I actually don't think Stu's the best looking guy.
I think you hit it.
Hey man, if it doesn't matter, that's great.
Yeah, security, a sense of humor, and
Confidence.
Confidence. So like Jay tells me all the time, like she doesn't really care what I look like physically.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more the work ethic she admires. She sees how hard I work towards something, so she knows I'll steer that towards other things, whatever I do.
Boom.
That's it. She doesn't care what I look like.
Yeah. I've been in off seasons where I'm like sloppy, fat, I'm hairy, and I'm looking at myself. I'm like, oh my God, this is disgusting, right? And then I'm still getting certain attention, or I'm able to pull off a certain kind of girl. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make any. But then I understand that I don't think they care about that. Yeah, I really don't think. One thing I'll say is that I'm always joking, so you could say funny, and then I don't know, confident. But I feel like sometimes I could be overconfident. But I think confidence make them laugh.
Dude,
But
I
I also think like sometimes we judge ourselves too hard. Like, no offense to you guys on this pod, but like if you go outside in the world, just sit at Walmart for like, a couple of minutes and look around. Like, dude, like
that's it's true.
You know what I mean? Like
confidence booster.
I do that.
You know what I mean? Like you're still a good looking person. I know to us we have high standards of what we think looks good, and we compare ourselves to that. But realistically, in the grand scheme, we're all above average. I think it's safe to say we're all above
I
average.
love going out in public and just looking at the peasants and like, I'm better than you.
I was hoping to say peasants. I was like, please say peasants.
Just stare down my nose at them.
Just look at Walmart, just be like, God, like
goes to the
wild
blood
though,
pressure.
man.
Goes to
Anywhere.
the blood pressure machine. He's like, oh, look at that, my arm doesn't fit. Fuck.
No.
Little reassurances here and there, man. It helps. Walmart's wild though, man. Anywhere in the country, you go to a Walmart, you're gonna have Walmart people.
You're gonna feel better, man. You're gonna feel better. Trust me.
Yeah. Like with men, like confidence can make or break you, man. Like when I was bouncing, all it would take is like one girl to compliment me, and then my confidence would skyrocket, and I would get 50% more numbers that night. Just literally because of something one girl said. Because once your confidence up here, they could see it, they could feel it, and it's this. They like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Not being a douche.
Shit. Just like not caring.
Not being a douche, but just being don't be weird. You walk up to a girl, hey, what's up? Don't be weird. Just talk to them like anybody else. Same way you would talk to your bro at the gym. It's not that big of a deal.
Maybe not quite like that, but I see what you're saying.
That's what I do. I talk just like whatever, All right. But if everybody can get away with something different, because if you're not a funny person, be careful with the jokes because it might not come across,
Just be yourself, man. That's
exactly.
The thing.
Yeah, but the be yourself advice only works when you don't suck. And a lot of people suck. So like,
it's true, man.
Like if I were to be
person,
myself like 5 years ago, 7 years ago, would not have been good. Like,
but Stu, like, what's the long term, right? Like, I mean, let's say you be yourself to be with a girl that you're going to be in a long-term relationship with. I mean, you can't play that character forever.
Yeah. Don't play character.
Got to come out at some point.
I guess my point is work on yourself to the point where you're not cringy as fuck.
I was just going to say that.
Because like 10 years ago, that's where I was at, and it was. I look back and
be yourself within reason. Because I will say this: you can only truly be your fully self when you really know the girl and trust her 100%.
Yep.
If I don't fully know you and trust you, you're not gonna get all of me because I'm not comfortable showing you all of me. And the truth is this: whether we like it or not, there's a game that needs to be played, and you don't have to want to play the game. But if you're trying to court a woman or get a woman to, to bag somebody, that's what we call it. I don't know what people call it. Like there's gonna be a game to be played, whether you like it or not. I always go into something trying to be myself, my full self. But at some point, it gets to the point where there's going to be a little push and pull. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she texts you an hour later. You text her fucking 10 seconds later. Just psychologically, she's going to take longer and longer. It's just the human brain. Now, when you pull back, okay, I'll text her for 2 hours. Now she'll text you fast. There's some push and pull. End of the day, there has to be some chase. If you're all up on her like that, okay, being your full self, I like her, I'm doing all this shit, she's gonna pull back. So you have to have the sense.
Maybe I'm too old, man. Maybe I'm just getting too old, but dude, fuck all those games, man. Like I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that shit. I don't do. I know what you're saying. Sometimes you have to be forced to play the game, but like if let's say like you text a girl, she doesn't text you back for 3 hours and she's doing it intentionally, I'm sorry, but fuck her. Like why even chasing that girl? Like she's not interested.
Ken, you're saying that because you're in a relationship right now. If you were single tomorrow, you don't have a choice. You're going to play that game because that's the only way. Like this is exactly what I said because I was in a relationship for a while. I was like, I'm not playing no game. Fuck all that shit. I ain't doing none of that. And I was being myself, and it worked. It worked to a point until I'm like, nah. I feel like she's getting too much out of this, or this girl get too much out of it. And then I had to start doing the cat and mouse thing. It's not a choice. It's psychology, bro. It's not even fuck them. They're not doing this on purpose. It's not that she's not interested. She's interested. If she's not interested, you'll know. She can be interested, but there's only so much you can push to the point that it's like they're gonna need some pull. But it's psychology. You can't. And the same works for guys. If you're talking to the girl and she's texting you all day, calling you, you're gonna pull back, bro. It's not because you don't like her. It's just human psychology. You can't get past psychology. It's how we're wired. It could be the most attractive girl in the world. I like everything about her. She's on your shit every day. Oh, you're at the gym. Yo, what's up? Oh, I just want to talk to you. Okay, I'll talk later. Oh, yeah. You're gonna pull back.
So I'll give an example. I'll give an example, right? Like me and my girl have been together for over 3 years, but when we first started dating, I didn't, this whole texting game stuff. Listen, I'm working all day. I go to the gym. I don't have time to sit and text all day.
That's why it worked for you.
I kid you not. I kid you not.
You know what I'm saying, right?
We texted 3 times. I said, listen, let's meet up for dinner on Sunday and let's see where it goes. And that was it. We met up and we actually had a very decent conversation. We stayed at a restaurant for over 3 hours. And, the rest is history right now. It's like, I don't want to have to sit there and play this cat and mouse text game with you. Like, I'm a grown man. I have things to do. Like, I'm not.
You should call us. You should just cut. Yeah, that'll take hours out of your day.
Yeah,
the reason
it's ridiculous.
Just get on the phone. Like, you got something to say to me? Okay, I got shit to do.
So sometimes
the
game happens by accident. The reason why it worked for you is you were too busy to begin with. So you couldn't give her too much attention because you were too busy. So it worked perfectly. It worked in your favor. But if you had free time and you were doing your own thing, it wouldn't work the same way. So she never had to pull back because you never gave her too much to begin with. Because like you said, you're busy working. So it worked perfectly. That's one instinct or a couple of instincts. Every time isn't going to work that way. If you're in a position, maybe you're bodybuilding full time and you're at home and you're free, then you're going to have to pull back on what you do. I'm not trying to convince you either way. You're going to see it for yourself depending what happens in your life. But it's just a part of life that nobody wants to play games. Girls don't want to play games neither. It's just psychology.
There's no right or wrong answer. Realistically, no. I just think that as a person, like if you know what you're looking for, and you're looking for a serious relationship, and you know what you're looking for, like, dude, like, you don't have to play a game. You don't have to play the game. Put it as it is, and if the person doesn't like it, then it's not meant to be. I'm sorry. I just don't think that a grown man or a grown woman should play this psychological game if they both want the same thing. It doesn't make sense.
That's the thing, though. Like, typically, you say grown woman, like what does that
Whether-
mean? Like over 18? No, that is not what that means. Like there's a lot of 24-year-old women who just enjoy that game, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've been out of this game for a long time, so I'm talking like I know what the fuck is going on.
Well,
Yeah, me
I-
too. Me too.
That's the thing, because if this was a year ago, I would be saying exactly what Ken is saying, actually, because that's how I felt in the relationship. I didn't realize I was 7 years removed from being single, so there was a lot that I didn't notice, that I didn't realize. You know, a lot of things that maybe happened naturally back then, it wasn't the same when I was 30. So I had to relearn this game that I had forgot long ago, because I said the same thing. I was like, this game shit, I don't got time for that. I literally don't have time for it. But I also learned. But you also said, if you're looking for the same thing, well, it's that I don't know what I'm looking for. It's just like, okay, I'm single. Let me see. So I'm looking at it as if I'm trying to get this girl in whatever way that could mean having sex, going out, whatever. The game is gonna suit me, because you're not about to game me. I'm in LA, so a lot of these girls, they'll game you if you're not careful. I'm never gonna be that guy. You ain't gonna game me. So at the end of the day, before you game me, I'm gonna game you. I'm not here trying to get married. So, oh, this is my wife. I'm not. This is dating. So if you're dating, they're the dating game. You know what I'm saying? Now that within
okay.
reason,
We're talking about completely different things then.
yeah. That's what I'm getting at.
if you're talking about something, if dating for a recreational purpose, like what you kind of just described, we're talking about different shit. Like
Mhm.
if I have stuff that I want, like if you can meet those expectations, then like let's just do this, you know? Let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
No
Simple as that.
mess around. But like a dating game for, you know, younger people who are not trying to, you know, get hitched eventually, you know, that's a different scenario, I guess.
Yeah.
I was very straightforward because I came out of a really long relationship, and then I started talking to Jay. We went on 2 dates, and the third date I went to go pick her up, and I said I was straightforward. I was like, "Hey, look, you know, like I really like how this is going." This is before we even took off on the third date, so I picked her up. Said I really like how this is going, but I was like, I'm old school. I don't do this. Talk to multiple people, shit, feel them out. This is now. I'm like, we've been on 2 dates. And I was like, look, I'm not here to waste your time, and I definitely don't want you to waste mine. I'm like, I know you're a little younger than me. I'm like, I'm looking for a wife. This is somebody that I'm trying to ride this out with. I'm feeling you out. I like you a lot. I'm like, so if you could take me seriously like that and put everybody else to the side and focus on me, cool. If not, I understand. And, you know, we can just leave it as is. We can be friends or whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm not trying to play. I said, I'm not trying to play no games or anything. I don't want to waste my time.
Oh,
She was all
okay.
for it.
I think I see what's going. Okay, have any? What was the longest relationship you was in, Joe?
12 years.
Oh, yeah. So So I was gonna say something. So my thing is that because I'm dating doesn't mean that I'm not looking for a long-term relationship. It just means that every girl I date isn't eligible for that. So I don't look at it like, okay, you're not eligible to be a wife, so fuck you, get the fuck out of my face. I don't do that. I'm gonna be like, you're still very fun to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? You're still good looking. You're still attractive. We could hang out. We could have sex. We could go. We could do whatever the fuck we want. But you don't have to be. You don't have to be my girlfriend.
Now you're contradicting yourself now, because that is, like you said, the dating game. You're playing the game.
That's the game.
The game versus
like
what Joe
like Ken and myself. Yeah, Ken
Let me finish.
and Stu, we're looking for a partner, like someone to ride this out
Let me
with,
finish.
not to just like, let's have fun kind of thing.
Give me a second, but I didn't finish it. So my point is, the girl is gonna dictate where I go with it. So I'm going into it open eyes. Like, first and foremost, I do want a girlfriend, right? But every girl isn't gonna meet your standards. I have very high standards. You know, you guys do too. So okay, the difference is you guys are gonna say like, okay, oh, you don't meet wifey standards, to hell with you. Next one. I don't do that.
But
you don't meet wifey.
But that's what you're saying, right? You said the girl is going to dictate where you go with it, so you don't know what you want. It's very different from a guy like for myself in that situation. I'm just giving in that situation, right? So let's say the girl's like, oh, I don't want anything serious, like, you know, I just want to hang out, you know, we have sex or whatever. I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe we may do it a couple of times, but I'm done. Like if I'm looking for an actual partner, this isn't going anywhere. I'm not gonna waste my time, dude.
Let me finish. You guys, you're not letting me finish. I gotta bring it back around.
My
So
bad, bro.
that's where that girl goes. Now I date again. Oh, this girl wifey material. I'm gonna do exactly what Joe did, and I'm gonna say, okay, this is what it is. This is what I'm looking for, whatever. But I'm not gonna throw away a perfectly fine girl. Listen, I got an appetite. I got needs.
Perfectly fine.
Yes, she is.
If she doesn't meet the criteria, she's not perfectly fine.
She's still good for head, is what he means.
She's perfectly fine for that. She's perfectly fine for whatever she's gonna cover in my life. That doesn't mean I'm not still looking for what. Like I'm supposed to sit around jerking off and try to find a girlfriend. What are you talking about?
Yeah, honestly, I would. I don't think that's really ethical.
Well,
I'm not trying to run my numbers up. Like, I don't care for that.
I don't think that's appropriate. I'm not going to judge you for what you want to do.
Yeah, Beatty, I think you're playing the game, but you don't want to admit. Like, it's almost like you're psyching yourself that you're not playing the game, but you actually are. If you throw it in another situation, the girl's side of things, where she has a guy like that, right? But she's actually looking for a partner, but she still has a guy on the side. She's doing that same thing too. You meet that girl, to you, she's playing the game. But in your mind, you're justifying it by saying, well, I'm just looking for the right person to come. You're doing the exact same thing.
I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying everybody has their purpose. If I find a girl that meets my criteria, then I'm going to make her wifey. If I don't, that doesn't mean we can't have a good time. So it's like ethical, all of this, that's going too far. Like, you have your own morals and way of life. I have my own. We're different people. That doesn't mean you can't, like, you're a bad person if you date.
That's why I was very careful to say I wasn't judging you. It's just I would not do that.
Because okay, look, it's one thing if I tell you, yo, I'm looking for a wife, and then I have sex with you and I bounce. That's fucked up. If I'm telling you, hey, I'm dating, I'm single, we're on the same page, that's two grown adults having fun, two consenting grown adults having fun.
Yeah,
like that's
fine.
Yeah, that's different.
I would just feel weird about doing that personally. Like,
that's fine. That's why you don't do that, Stu. Yeah. This is what I do. And then we talk about, I have a different appetite from you guys. I'm not gonna sit around for a year watching porn or sitting around celibate. That's not how I live my life. I like ass. I like pussy. I'm not gonna wait till I'm fucking married in a relationship to get pussy. Like, how do I sound? Like, I'm gonna wait around.
Listen,
okay.
No one's saying that. I think Beatty, the difference, I think we all can understand each other. I think the difference is that I just don't want to waste. If I know what I'm looking for, I don't want to waste my time.
There's no time wasted because I haven't found that. I'm still looking. There's no time wasted.
There's no time wasted. I still get the fuck.
That's what I'm saying, because you guys
time well spent.
It's not if you're prepping for a show next year, you're not necessarily wasting time. I don't get the wasting time thing. She's not there. There's no wifey. If there's no wifey,
no, but what I'm saying. Okay, let me ask you this.
If I'm gonna meet wifey,
are you still dating while this is all happening?
What is happening? What are you talking about?
You're two consenting adults. You two consenting adults, you both agree, you're having sex or whatever, but then you know that it's not wifey material and that's what you're looking for. Are you still dating in the meantime while all this is happening?
Of how else would I find wifey if I wasn't dating? Of course I'm dating. Like, what is that?
Okay. Yeah,
that's what dating means. Dating doesn't mean you date one person. If they don't meet your criteria, you have to let them go. You can date different people. Like, you don't have to.
No, I agree. It's different criteria for different people, like you said. But I know, like myself, right? If I knew a girl was doing that, and I wanted to date her, right? She had a couple of dudes, or maybe to me, I would rather have someone that's is all in. That's all.
That's fine.
Like, we have a word for that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Like, I would rather have someone that's all in. You know what I mean? Like, because I know it sounds okay, like we're explaining it this way, but when you hear it from the other end, if a girl is doing that to you, you're not going to be so thrilled, especially if you like her.
But this is my point. Yeah. That's why she's not wifey material. I don't like her because she's not wifey material. She's fucking material. So I will fuck her. It's very simple. It's not that complicated. So it's like, oh, but what if she's doing that? Yeah, she's doing that. This is why she's not wifey. If she wasn't doing that, then maybe she would be wifey material, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
It's all based off of you, not me. I still want a girl, but this is LA, bro. Every girl isn't a wifey. I'm not. What am I, fucking 60 years old? Oh no, I can't date or have any sex until. No, motherfucker. I can look for a wife and still have sex. Like, this is not like we're talking like we're 70-year-olds here. Like, I'm a fucking 31-year-old man. I have a dick that likes to get fucking like what are we talking about? Like, it sounds crazy. I'm talking to fucking 80-year-olds. Like,
yeah, I guess if I were in that position, I would not really care enough to like go and play games, and date or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't be running around doing all that shit because I want to get laid. I just don't care enough. It's not like that much of a driving force for me and what I want to do. Like, I would much rather not waste my time with some slut.
Here's the thing. This wasting time thing. I feel it's wasting time, but if you don't, that's how would
fine.
you know? How would you know
defensive, who she is? Beatty. We just feel differently about this.
How would you know what she is if you didn't date her? How would I know you're a slut?
Yeah, but I
gotta get to know you
one at a time.
Let's move on, guys.
Okay, wait, no. So Stu said it perfectly. That's what I was trying to get to. One at a time. Yeah. So, like, say you're dating somebody, right? Like,
playing the field.
Yeah. You're not having options. You're focusing on one person. If it doesn't work out, okay, I'm gonna date somebody else. But then you let that person go.
You guys keep saying wasting time. That to me is wasting time, because now
how's that wasting time when you're giving yourself, you're giving your full attention and energy into one person compared to spreading yourself thin to multiple people, and nobody really even gets to know you. They don't get your energy. It's a piece of you, not you.
I don't want you. You don't deserve all of me.
You can't be great at multiple things at once.
What the fuck?
You don't deserve all of me.
I think I know why he hasn't found wifey. You don't deserve all of me.
You don't. Why would you? Okay, so let's say this. I'm dating a girl for 2 months, and I find out, oh, this girl is a slut after 2 months. Okay, next girl. I just waited 2 months dating a fucking slut. How could I have been dating 3 girls?
Give you her all if you're not giving you her yourself.
That's exactly what I'm saying. They're always going to give you that energy back, so it's harder to find somebody.
I don't need your all. I don't need your all. I'm just trying to get to know who you are enough to dictate where you fall on the scale. I don't need your all. I don't need your sob stories, your trauma. I don't need any of that until we pass that part, and I know that you're legit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need my all. I don't need your all until I pass a certain threshold. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to convince y'all anything. All I was saying was, this is what I do. Y'all could be 80-year-old men if y'all want. That's cool.
Hey,
it's my way of doing it.
We just have a different moral compass from you. Not better or worse. Don't call us 80-year-old men.
Yeah. Like Stu said, we're not judging you. We're just giving our outlook on the situation. Like, if you're trying to find somebody or have them take you serious or whatever, this is just advice of why it's probably not happening. It's harder to find.
I don't even know if it wouldn't happen. Like, only one of us got defensive here. Okay? You just say that.
You guys are saying it's not working. Who told you it's not working? Like, what are you talking about?
I didn't say it wasn't working.
You guys know how long I've been single. You guys know if I'm dating somebody seriously. I never said I wasn't dating somebody seriously. So you're assuming that it's not working. It's worked perfectly fine. I was in a 7-year relationship. I've been in multiple long-term relationships. So my shit is working fine. I don't need advice. I'm just giving my point of view. But I have no issues being in a relationship. I'm choosing.
That's why I said there's no right or wrong answer. That's why
exactly
I said we should move on, because we're never going to convince each other of anyone.
I'm choosing to go by this way. But if you collect my relationship years, I've been in a relationship longer than all of you guys. So you can't say I need help being in a relationship.
It's not a competition.
No. We're having a debate. It's just because you do things a different way.
Loves the debate, man. Loves the debate.
I'll go all day because my
Have
thing
you,
is just
have you,
this.
have you guys noticed? It's always Beatty versus someone else. It's never like
Yeah, yeah,
someone
yeah.
else on the
Or like
pod.
three
It's
people.
yeah, it's always him,
don't-
bro. Him and someone else, dude.
I don't
Those
like.
heels
I don't know
are-
why. I'm glad most of these guys on here are like me though.
No, yeah.
Dude,
I just don't like
there's
the.
We're bodybuilders, bro. We don't have time for this shit, man. Like, we got,
no.
dude, your
We
whole
want
day
a
is
solid
filled
woman
with
at home
things.
to help us do this shit.
See, my
Amen.
thing is, I just don't like the black and white thing. Like, oh, this is wrong or whatever the case is. So
We
No
never
one
said
said
it
it's
was wrong.
wrong. No one said it was wrong.
nobody said it's wrong, but y'all keep trying to make it a point that, well, this is wasting time and I need this. I need a wife just as much as you guys, and I'm still going to find it. And
I'm just-
now, hold on,
Listen, yeah.
right now, I feel like I've already found it. So you guys are talking from just because this is the way I date doesn't mean that I'm not looking for the same things. I don't have time. I have
Beatty, when we talk
zero
about
time,
when we
you know?
talk about wasting time, we don't mean it from a perspective of looking for a person. We mean literal time. Like talking to multiple girls at once is time consuming, dude.
It's
consumed, but it's not a waste. It's
I'm
not
not saying it's a waste.
wasting.
I'm talking about time. I'm just talking about time.
No.
Just
Everybody,
forget
everybody
the long
said,
term. Forget long term.
everybody said
I'm just
wasting
talking about time.
What does
I just
waste
feel like
mean?
me personally, I have too much shit to do to try and juggle multiple
fine.
people at once to try and get to
Bro.
my end goal. Like I just
That's
listen,
fine.
this is what
That's
it
fine,
is.
Ken.
Are you in or you're out? If you're out, cool. Like I'll move on with my life, and maybe the right person will come. You know,
Ken, that's fine. I'm not wasting my time because I love what the fuck I do.
that's
So
all you need to say. That's all you
I'm
got to say.
enjoying
If
my
you
time.
enjoy it, if you
So-
enjoy it, that's fine.
I'm not a gigolo. If I'm
No,
dating,
no one said that, bro. Where
What does that
turning these
mean?
words?
I
If
actually
I'm
don't
dating-
know what that
Let's
means.
listen.
I'm gonna Google that.
If I'm this is why I say if I'm wasting my time with you, I would never do that. I wouldn't spend time with you if I didn't enjoy my time with you. You don't have to be my wife for me to enjoy time with you. I can enjoy every second with you and still not want to make you my girlfriend. So this wasting, there's no waste. I enjoy every second of every minute.
As long as you enjoy
Oh.
it, that's all that matters.
A
That's cool.
gigolo sounds like a pretty good gig from what I'm reading here.
What is the hourly
Yeah.
rate?
Man living off the earnings or gifts of a woman, especially a younger man, supported by an older woman.
This is
so bad. I mean,
this kind of goes back to it goes back to like the bulking discussion. Just because Joe doesn't mind putting on body fat doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just how he does
let's
things.
draw some
But-
parallels here.
Yeah, we're gonna draw some parallels. But one thing I'm not gonna do. Is,
No
is
one ever
tell-
said I don't like not being fucking lean. I hate
Yeah,
being fat.
yeah. Once I start using words like, "Hey, Joe's wasting time," then he's gonna get defensive. So I'm getting defensive because you guys is like, "Oh, you're wasting this." You can't tell me what the fuck I'm doing. I ain't wasting shit. I'm
No,
having
no,
time
in
of my
our-
fucking
in our-
life.
In our
So you
defense,
can't
we
tell
said
me,
to us, it feels like we didn't say you. We said to us, it feels like we're wasting time.
Yeah,
Like,
we
didn't
have
put that on you.
different perspectives
We didn't
on
put
the
that on you.
whole
Yeah.
doing the game thing. If you
Yeah,
think the game is worthwhile, then play it, and it's not
and
a
if you
waste.
enjoy it,
If
that's all you need to say. You know?
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
more singularly focused on the end goal, right? So, and I guess, I can see the argument for like, if you're playing the field, right, and you eventually want to find a wife, inspecting or like, dating, 4 or 5 girls at a time would speed up that process. Like it's just going to increase
that's my whole point.
the size of the net, right? So I could see that. It just, I don't know. It seems a little wrong. Wrong is not the right word. Please don't.
Don't lose it.
That's not what I meant. It just, I don't feel like that's.
You
It's
guys,
just it's a different phase of life, right? So let's say like if I was like in college or just coming out of college, my early 20s, okay, maybe for me it may be something applicable for me. I'm saying like where I was in life at that
you're
point,
just looking at
where
it,
I was in life. Like for me right now, I just don't have time. I don't have time to be
Bro,
be like
Ken,
that, you know?
but of course you feel that way because you're in a long-term relationship. I was too, Ken. 7 years. So I felt exactly the same. But once you're single, that changes. I'm not gonna rush into the first thing that seems good because then the same thing is gonna happen. Then it's gonna be like, well,
It's
wow, wifey
understandable.
material. Oh, go be my wife up. And then like 5 years later, I'm like, huh, maybe I rushed into it too fast. Maybe there's still more I need to know about this person. So I'm not doing it because just because it's so fun. I'm doing it because I want to make an even better choice, and that
makes
takes
sense.
time. I don't want to waste my time. I'm doing the opposite of wasting my time. I'm actually expediting the process. Instead of taking all these months to date one girl at a time, I'm expediting it by seeing all this and be like, okay, now I see the field. I'm getting a better understanding of what the field looks like. Okay, this is what it takes to date this kind of girl. This way, so it's a smarter, more efficient way to do it. It's not a waste of time or being too cool or racking up bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Working
So
in parallel, not in series.
exactly.
That's
So
awesome.
it's actually
It works for you, man. It works for you. That's what you got to see.
So it's actually way faster and more efficient if you understand what I'm talking about. It's just that you have to understand what I'm saying and understand that yes,
I got a
do
question.
want this.
I got a question. This was mentioned a few times. If a girl was doing that, would that change the way that you think about her? If she's playing the field in the same way, dating 4 or 5 guys,
I got news for you, Stu.
I mean,
Every girl is gonna play this. Every girl is gonna play the field. You just don't know it, and it's naive to think that a girl is not gonna play the field. A girl wants the cream of the crop too.
that's a pretty cynical take. I'm not sure I agree with that. Maybe I do sound
Bro,
naive.
what? You guys sound you sound naive as fuck. If you think a girl who's a decent quality girl is not going for the best quality she can get, and she's just gonna settle for the first guy with a dick that pops up, then you don't understand women. I'm sorry. You have a lot more to learn about women.
No. But I mean, the whole like multiple people at a time, and like
no.
this wasn't just like people like you're talking to. This is people you're talking about sleeping with. So like, put yourself in the shoes of a woman, right?
No,
That's what I was saying earlier. That's why I told Jay, because I'm like, she's a really pretty girl. I'm kind of newer to the scene with her. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to have other dudes like. I don't want to see a name on the phone pop up. I'm not trying to say like, fuck. I just picked her up. What if somebody fucking was just inside her like an hour ago? I don't fucking know. I don't want that in my fucking mind.
No.
So,
Okay.
That'll bother the shit out of me.
So soon to say that, I'm not saying every girl is having sex with a bunch of guys. No, that's what I'm saying. But they're gonna date until they find what they find suitable. They're not gonna just go say, "Oh, Stu, I guess I'm gonna be with Stu."
Would you agree that they're gonna date? Some of them are gonna just date one person at a time, or do you think they're all gonna date multiple people at a time?
Most of them in the place where I live.
And how would that? Okay, in LA, it's a little different.
So
like,
in LA and New York.
Ultimately, how would that make you feel about them?
Okay,
would that change your perspective on it?
Okay, we talking about grown man. I'm a grown ass man, bro. I'm perfectly secure with myself. I have no issue with. I know women are gonna date, right? If they're gonna be at the same time or separate times, it's irrelevant for me because that's their business. I'm not their man. What you do before you get with me, if you're playing the field, that's on you. Until the moment, like Joe, that I say, listen, I'm not playing this shit. Are we doing this or not? That's the moment. From there on, now all that matters to me. Until then, it makes no difference. How would you know? How would you, just because she tells you, well, I didn't sleep around, you wouldn't know. Every girl who is single,
true.
Every girl who is single is free to do what the fuck she wants. She can have 3 dicks in her. You would never know because she's not gonna fucking tell your ass. So it's very nice.
You're not gonna know, but if it comes across, you bet your ass I'm gonna cut it off because right then and there, she just proved to me. That's why I want to put it out there. Like fuck this.
No shit, yeah.
But
that's why
I know this is bullshit.
That's why you have to say it. A lot of men like they sit around thinking that, well, because I'm dating her, she must just be dating me or must not be dating around. No, that's a big assumption. That's a stupid assumption to make. You should believe that the worst is possible. So now it's up to you to say as a man, I don't want her doing that. So let me cut this in the bud right now. Hey, listen.
But you didn't answer my question. We never answer questions on this show, I guess. But what if a girl was dating multiple guys at a time? Let's say dating multiple guys and fucking them as 2 separate situations. Okay. Would you think less of her for dating like 4 or 5 guys at once? I'm gathering that no. Okay. But so if she's
a grown ass woman,
if she's fucking 4 or 5 guys at once, would you think less of her?
Is she gonna tell me that? Is she gonna say, "Hey,
No. Theoretically, if you just knew, like, would you think
if I went to her phone, like I went to her phone and found out?
Just humor me. Theoretically,
Devil's advocate.
yeah.
Would
you think less of her? I know there's no way to be sure, right?
Yeah, that's not a realistic question because I wouldn't know. But if you're saying if I knew that and she was not with me, that's not my business. I could care less what you did before me. Girls, listen.
No, not before.
But you're technically in the picture. You're one of the five dudes.
Yeah, you're one of the five guys.
You're
saying.
on her starting bench. You are one of the 5 guys that she's fucking.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not my business what the fuck she does because that's not my girl. So
but if you knew, like if you
no.
found out, like it's devil's advocate, meaning like you just know, like in a perfect world, you just know. Would you be okay with that?
Of course, I'll be okay with
it. If you were just like casually sleeping with somebody, is
okay? Of course.
Okay.
We're having sex, and I'm having sex with other women. She's having sex with other men. That's not my property, but I don't give a fuck. Is that my wife? No, so I don't give a fuck. Now, if I want to make her my wife,
so then that would eliminate her from wifey contention, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think we all learned something here.
I saw you accuracy. Okay.
Good points, dude. I love that.
I saw you were going with this. I was like,
I finally got some fucking answers out of you guys.
Wait.
It's like both teams.
This guy's reading the whole thing, man.
No.
The fucking question, bro.
I can't, Ken. Because understand this. It's an unrealistic question. You're saying you're fucking 5 guys, and I magically just know.
I know it's an unrealistic question. I asked you
that's
to
the thing. Like, but he's putting it into he's putting it into reality because you don't know doesn't mean it's not happening. And so if you do that, if you're doing that to her and she's doing, but like if she knew you were doing this with all these girls.
No. I did not make that connection. I was careful not to make that connection because I'm not going to circle around and make any judgment on Beatty.
It doesn't.
The only point Stu is trying to make is that, listen, if you're dating 5 girls right now at the same time, if someone was doing that vice versa to you and you were in the dating process, how would you feel? And from what you said,
that's not relevant.
Hold on, let me finish. From what you said that excludes that person from wifey material.
Well,
so in the same vein,
specifically said fucking. Like I was careful to separate those two things.
Yeah.
You guys,
fucking, but in the same vein, baby, let me finish. In the same vein. Now, a girl looking at you as a prospective guy, if she had that same intuition, you're also excluded. So it's essentially
not true.
Okay.
That's not true, man.
I give up.
No.
It's
Ken,
not true.
Got a point.
You guys don't,
guys. It really
you guys
is
are proving to me.
It's true.
Bro,
it is.
You guys are proving to me I have way more dating experience than you guys. Period. You guys, you sound like
that's not a good. That's not always a good thing, bro.
I never said it was. I never said it was a good thing. I'm saying it's a thing, and it's true. This is why you guys are saying these things that don't make sense. Listen, if I'm dating a girl and I'm fucking other girls, she knows. If she asks me, I tell her. My ex knew that. She asked me, "Well, that's me how sex." That's yesterday. You think I'm hiding from this shit? We just talk about girls' insecurity first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your man. You're not finna tell me I can't be fucking another girl. Men and women are different. You might be like, ew, she's fucking 5 guys. A girl is not gonna be like, he can never be my man because he's a single man fucking 5 girls. Like,
yeah, that's literally a status symbol. Like, literally, to be completely honest, like, and I that's why I didn't take it and turn around on you and be like, oh, well, you're doing this, and you said that. No,
it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. It's like we're not the same. It's not fair.
I'm gonna tell you this, Ken and Stu, you will literally get more girls that want to lock you down because you're fucking 5 other girls. Not the opposite. More girls will be like, I want to tie Beatty down. I don't want to fucking 5 girls.
It makes you a high value man.
So
I get that.
There was no point proving. If anything, it proves my point more. Like, it doesn't work that way. So at the end of the day, this is not a brag or show off shit. It's literally just me saying what's going on in my mind.
I just wanted to get to understand how you felt about those various things. But yeah, I agree. Like it probably would help you if
on top of that, that's not a real life situation because a girl is gonna be fucking 5 guys. Unlike me, she's not gonna tell me. So I'm never gonna find out. She's not gonna leave her phone around me, so I will never know that. And honestly, I don't care. I don't care to find out. I'm not gonna look through her phone because she's a single woman. These women are not our property. I don't give a fuck. Until you're my girl or my wife, then there's no funny business. Until then, what the fuck you do with you and your vagina and your ass, we don't know. We just assume, oh, this girl, because she's a good, innocent girl, she just doesn't have sex with guys. We don't know what the fuck they do before they got with us. So that's not something that I think about, because talk about waste. I'm not gonna waste my time thinking about that because it doesn't concern me. That's what she did. This is now. That's all I care about. If you're wifey material for me now at 30 years old, not what you did back before you got with me. So that's irrelevant for me. You know.
Yeah,
so
let's close it. Let's close the chapter.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same, because I agree with you. Like, as a guy, secure, I'm not gonna think, oh, like, first off, as a guy, if you have insecurities about that, it's gonna be an issue at some point. So you shouldn't be that way, right? So I agree with you on that point. I think the main point we were all trying to make from each of our sides was the time thing, and I think we've both addressed it. So let's move on to these guys.
And also the difference between men and women in this situation, because that is relevant.
Yeah. Don't hate on the play, hate on the game, folks. Don't be mad at me.
You can be a
gigolo. I'm just doing what I do. Don't judge me.
Gigolo Beatty, man. Gigolo Beatty. Drop it in the comments, guys.
Make a shirt.
I'm still looking for a wife, though. Let's get that straight. I'm still looking for a wife, and this is not to incriminate me or anybody. I didn't say I'm doing this right now. Let's make that clear. I ain't say I'm doing shit right now. Babe, I just work out. That's all I do. So.
He's explaining his philosophy.
My philosophy. So, I'm not doing anything right now. Right now, I'm just, and I'm being honest. Right now, I'm just holding.
Prepping for USAs, man. That's it.
This is not a lie. So, it's not a cover up. This is the honest truth. I'm just working out, going to the gym. Right, Joe?
Yes, sir.
Joe,
hey, speaking of the gym, Justin is going to come work out with us on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. What your guys training?
Shoulders.
Is Paul picking up from the airport?
That I don't know. Paul hasn't told me that he is.
I'm gonna just act like Paul is. I'm like, Paul, you picking up, right? Yeah, you said he was picking him up. I think Paul's picking him up
because he's getting here super late.
What time is he getting there?
I don't know, but I think like 10 at night or something like that.
We'll talk about it, I guess, after the podcast. If Paul was on, that would have been perfect, but Paul didn't come on. All right. That went on too long, man.
But we learned something.
It was entertaining.
It was productive.
It's frustrating at times, but productive.
Was that really necessary, though?
Yep.
Was that really necessary?
Hey, man, we just wasted all the time. You're not cutting that shit out.
Yeah. You're not cutting that out.
Don't you dare
cut that out.
But it's always after the fact. I'm like, oh, why do I got to get so into it? It's not that serious.
We tried to save you too. We were like,
Beatty, that's why you're entertaining. Newsflash.
Like when I'm trying to prove a point, Ken is the same way. When I'm trying to prove a point, I can't stop till I feel like I'm heard. I feel like, no, you got to understand what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to make you feel heard, Beatty.
I can't stop. Like. I don't mind disagreeing. Like that's fine. It's just that I want to make sure you understood what I'm saying. And they say, "Oh, I get you, but I disagree." Then we're good. Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, good. I see what you're saying about arms, Ken, but we just disagree, and then we good. But you got to hear the whole.
We do that in a very inefficient way.
Yeah, it's not very efficient.
It's very passionate.
Too much emotion.
There was a lot of passion. In that one.
Look at Zayd. Zayd left his Jay Cutler room. Because he was so tired.
Yeah, I think we got to get better at like. I guess I'm the host, but I gotta be like, okay, Stu, you go make it spill.
You cannot be the moderator here, dude. You get too into it. I could be the moderator. I mean, sometimes I get into it though. So
we got to go one at a time, and then once you say your point, that's it. You can't go again because we're gonna just keep going back and forth.
Yeah, we have to have like somebody in charge of like muting people as they're talking. Yeah. Like give them a talking stick. So we don't
raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Yeah. My turn. Save me for last. We're gonna go bottom up. We're gonna go Zay, Joe, Ken, Stu.
No, I
and
don't
then
like
me.
that. I don't like that. You go last.
I want to go
that
last.
means you get the
I wanna-
last word in. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
you get the last
exactly.
word. Yeah, he was the last word.
Yeah, he knows how to play this fucking game.
I want that last
That's
word.
fine.
All right. Okay, what else we got? I think we should do like what was the question? What,
I don't know.
Dude, we're not going
I
back to it.
seriously didn't, I didn't
I
even
think-
know there was a
We're not
question.
going back to it, man. We're not going back to it.
What are we even talking about? I don't even know where that
Halfway
started.
through that conversation, I was like, "How the fuck did that even happen?"
I
That-
don't
that-
even
that's
know.
that's so random, bro. Oh damn! All right. Okay. Thoughts on hard cut 2-4 weeks. Thoughts on mini cuts when you start putting on too much body fat.
I think they're necessary if you're not going to do a show.
Yeah, if you have a long off season,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, it might be like more like 4 or 6 weeks, not 2 or 4. Like you
Yeah,
have to be
I
really
would say
aggressive.
6.
Yeah, it depends on the length of the off season. Joe just mentioned that because we're not talking 8-week off season and then 2 mini cuts here and there. We're talking like an
Yeah.
actual extended off season. That's when it's actually
Like after
beneficial.
once I did that last push, if I wasn't doing a show, I would have cut down a good like 20 pounds and then try to go again.
Yeah, you like push up for 20 weeks or something, and then like
Yeah,
5 or 6, pull back, and then push again. If you're switching directions every 5 or 6 weeks, you're not going to get shit done.
Yeah.
There's another thing that beginners do too much. Like, oh, I'm getting a little fat. I'm gonna start cutting.
Oh,
I
my
feel
God.
small. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
bulking.
yeah. They
Young-
walk the
young
fence.
people-
diet, and they never make any fucking progress, man.
You're wasting time.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
don't start that.
Young people, you know what happens? Like younger people, they walk into the gym and then they'll see like Stu and they're like, "Oh fuck, that guy's big." You know what? I don't want to cut anymore. I want to get big like Stu. And then the next day, they see Beirut walking the gym. They're like, "Oh my god, that guy's shredded." I think I want to cut. And it's like, bro, you can't just do the whatever you forget emotions. Let's put emotions aside. When it comes to bodybuilding, you stick to the course. You don't forget the emotions. The emotions are irrelevant. This is why you need a coach, because the coach doesn't have any emotions toward your goals. It's just the goal,
Life of a
Yeah.
Zoomer. That's what it's called. The life of a Zoomer.
Yeah, they literally cannot focus on anything for long enough to like bulk or cut effectively.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Their brains are so rotted from social media.
That's so bad.
That's
Now,
Zoomer life.
back to the mini cut, right? If you find yourself doing a mini cut every couple of weeks, maybe you should reconsider your caloric intake,
Yeah.
Because I mean, realistically, maybe you should need one good one or maybe 2 if it's like you're taking 2 years off, but you shouldn't be doing a mini cut all the time, right? At some point. And it's also okay to be a little soft. You don't have to be that lean, right? I don't know. So there's a balance there. But just get a coach instead of asking questions on Instagram.
Yeah, because you're gonna like double guess or second guess yourself constantly. If you're just looking in the mirror, your emotions are playing with you. You're like, oh, I feel fat.
Yeah.
You're not
you
fat,
know.
dude. Keep going.
You think classic pose this is kind of random, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Do you think classic pros are injecting their arms with SEO? I'm sure somebody is doing it. I don't know. How would we know?
Mm.
Saying,
I
I don't know.
I don't think so. Which
if you can't tell, then they're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
I
you don't
really
really need. You don't need. It's not like your arms need to be gigantic and classic anyway. So,
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
And-
Yeah,
and
good point.
random question too. Do SEOs even add weight? Like, would that add to your body weight if you have that?
Yeah. When you
Yeah,
use
it
SEOs
depends.
effectively, they're building muscle. That's what people don't understand. They
So,
they
yeah.
stretch out your fascia to allow the muscle to grow bigger. So,
So, I mean,
yeah, it's
it may
more
not
muscle.
even be. It may not be advantageous to you because I mean you don't really need big arms anyway in classic. So
I don't think it's an advantage at all because
bad strategy.
You might be
We are-
putting like half a pound onto your arms, though. It's not a huge muscle group, but
yeah. Well, if you look at you look at Bumstead and Urs, right? But if you look at Breon, right? Breon has really good arms, right? Or you can say big arms in classic, but he's barely making weight. So think about it, right? He would, if he wanted to add more on his legs, that would be disadvantaged, right? Because he's holding so much weight in his arms. So if anything, he might need to fit their criteria that they're showing us. He would probably be better off if he took some of the arms and put it more on the legs, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you take 5 pounds off your arms, theoretically, how much of a difference that's going to make in your legs? Because it's like there's such a bigger body part.
Good point. Yeah,
I don't think Breon really.
I mean, how many?
needs to change
I mean, when
anything.
you look at the top 5 though, outside of Breon and Ramon, I mean, who really has big arms though in classic?
top 10.
Yeah.
Again, we're coming at this from a bodybuilding perspective where everyone has 22-inch plus arms, right? But yeah, so we're a little skewed because of that.
Well, the other day we were looking at Bumstead. I gotta admit, his arms standing there, walking around, his arms look bad. But in the poses, they look good. I'll definitely say that. They don't look big.
Back pose and side pose, yeah. But front double,
I saw the podcast. The question was, are Chris Bumstead's arms big? If you're in a t-shirt and the arms don't stand out, they're not big. I don't care what we're talking relative to this or that. They're not big. Period.
No,
it's just what it is.
I didn't think they were big.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about. I saw them at Venice. I saw Urs and Bumstead at Venice. I saw Bumstead, and first thing I thought is Bumstead is bigger than I thought he was, but a bigger person. Not like he's so muscular. Yeah. So I'm like, he's a big person because I was kind of shocked. I was like, he had like a bigger head. And that's another thing. You have a big head, your body might not look as big in pictures. So I'm like, his head is bigger than I thought it was overall. So I'm like, okay, this makes sense because at that point, this was a little while back. At that point, I'm like, I don't see the Bumstead thing. Like, I think he's a good body, but I don't really see it. See him in person, I was like, this makes sense. I see why he would beat these guys because he's a bigger person and he had all the bells and whistles.
And he takes up space on stage, man. He is one of the bigger guys in that whole lineup.
He does. So you see a video of him walking around, you're like, that guy doesn't look that big. But when you're standing next to him, you're like, okay. Like I said, he's a big person. Okay. Now with Urs, I didn't feel like Urs was a big person, but then Urs actually looked more muscular than I thought he would look. So I'm like, oh, I didn't expect a classic guy like a week after a show to look this big. So I found him more impressive, but just from my perspective. So I'm like, wow, his arms look pretty good, whatever, but on stage, no, yeah, I don't think Urs' arms are better than Bumstead at all. Just from what I saw, that's what I gathered from it, So it's always different in person, All right. Have you guys tried Boston Lloyd's massage oil?
I have.
I think somebody else has tried it.
I signed an NDA. I can't comment.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, there's probably some on the fucking shelf back there. I don't know. I always have to check that shelf back there, make sure there's no contraband visible when I do these podcasts.
I'm the same. You see this? You see this shit right here? I always have shit there, and I'm like, "Fuck!"
Oh, careful! Why you guys think? Why you guys think I got the plain wall going? Yeah. I got contraband everywhere here. I mean, no, I don't actually. I don't have anything. All right. Rank top 3 most attractive bodybuilders all time. All time. That's the
Kennedy, Joe, and Beatty. Sorry, Zayd.
I guess I never really looked at those guys. I never really looked at them from that perspective.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
honestly,
what you want me to say?
Bob Paris. First of all, he's gay, so you're kind of allowed to say this about him. But he's a good looking, really good looking dude. Lila Brada, he's a good looking dude. In
his prime, yeah, in his prime. No. I mean, still. I mean, yeah, he's like 60 years old, right?
Yeah, he's still fucking amazing, man.
Who was the first one he said?
What's his name?
Bob Paris.
Tall guy.
Okay. Who else you said?
Bob Paris, Lee Labrada,
Okay.
and fuck.
I
who else?
don't really know how Bob Paris looks like that. I know his physique, but I guess I don't know how he looks. Let me share the screen so yeah, I can see the. Okay. He's not my type personally.
Looks like a small Lou for Regan.
Yeah, he ain't mine either, dude.
I mean, you did say him.
He's objectively attractive. Okay.
He said not my type.
I think you're giving him too much credit. I think his physique is lovely, but facially, I'm not seeing it. He looks a little goofy.
You're just wrong on this one. Okay.
What do you guys think? You guys agree?
I'm having a really hard time trying to put together a person's face in my head.
I don't
I
know.
never really look at their faces
When I
like
see a
that.
bodybuilder, like when I see a bodybuilder, it's almost like the face doesn't exist. I just look at the face.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
can't
that's
even
what's
look at
weird.
the
That's why
face.
I'm really having a hard
Yeah.
time, like even thinking about who the fuck.
Well, because
Yeah.
there's different kind of like what makes a man attractive. You know, it's like because we like women, right? So for us, it's like we like what's pretty. So I guess if we saw a man that looked pretty, we'd be like, oh, we think he's attractive. But then that's not really
Like,
a
no,
good
like,
gauge.
like you tell me like actors, I can name actors, but not a bodybuilder. Like,
Well, whenever you ask a bodybuilder what actor is attractive, they'll say Brad Pitt. They'll say in Troy, but I'm like, yeah, but he had long hair. You know what I'm saying, right? Where
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
like his facial structure is just like
no,
I
it's
don't know.
great.
It just works.
It's great. But I'm saying I think we like women, so we like something that's pretty. So we're gonna tend to like a more dainty looking guy. We're not gonna pick a big bearded guy, right? We're always gonna say somebody who looks kind of dainty. I would assume.
no
But, like,
homo, bro, but like
as a-
Jason Momoa in fucking Aquaman. He's a
Yeah.
good guy.
He's a good looking
Yeah.
dude, you know? There's
You're
nothing
right, yeah,
gay about
I can see
saying
that.
that, okay?
Yeah,
I don't
there's
think
nothing
so.
gay about admiring a dude for his looks.
I
Admiration.
think I would put Labrada over Paris. What you guys think? But see,
Yeah.
but then Loki, I'm kind of looking at the physique too. But
That's what I'm saying.
part-
I'm looking at the physique.
that's
Like
part of it.
I don't
Yeah.
even think I don't even think the face is like. I'm comparing the face to like like a Brad Pitt. Like
It's not
it's
there.
not
that's why
there.
I'm
You
having
know
a
what I
hard
mean?
time.
Like
Yeah.
it's not there. You know?
Bodybuilders are just not that good looking in the face. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
How dare you? Lee Labrada is a legend.
Would you say like maybe like earlier Kevin Levrone when he had the hair, like when he had the hair going? Maybe I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know these things.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I would say
think.
Kevin Levrone when he had
When he had the hair, when he actually
Yeah.
had the hair going.
Kevin.
Him.
Kevin,
I would say Kevin.
I don't. I feel like Kevin's eyes are a little too close together for me. You know,
What are you trying to
Odd
say?
thing to notice.
Yeah. It's very,
I think,
Motherfucker really looked at his face.
yeah, I think his eyes are a little close together. But I'm gonna need a little more separation in the eyes, personally. Let me pull up. This is just it's difficult. Not in a gay way because I think we're all comfortable enough to say who we find attractive. I'm just having a hard time.
Honestly,
Actually,
young Jay Cutler is a fucking stud. You know,
I
when
think
he's
so.
like,
I
you
can
know,
agree
early
with that.
2000s, you could definitely see like the GH use like by the
he
late
got
2000s.
that's all I was gonna say, Stu. He's got that Giga Chad jaw, man. I don't know if
Yeah,
this will work.
eventually.
Yeah, he does.
But,
Fuck,
like
bro.
early on, man, early on.
Let's see.
Put Kevin Levrone hair. Like when he had hair, I think he actually looked. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, but he's
90
making weird faces here. You know. Okay. Oh, okay. Look at
Ooh.
okay, Kev. Damn.
Smoke show. Hey, and he was a rock
There you
star,
go.
dude. He's a singer. He plays the guitar.
Yes.
He's dreamy as fuck.
He's,
Like-
but see, this is the issue with bodybuilding. Why does he look better downsized? Because it's part of the.
I think all guys do. They start to get that like look. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just better in clothes
Hey,
and
The
shit.
face looks a little more streamlined, like because dude, your face, even the facial muscles kind of grow a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just
his eyes don't look too close here. Eyes is fine. Hey, listen, I gotta be honest. Out of everybody we've I think I'm gonna have to put Kevin Levrone like off season when he's singing. I'm gonna have to put him over.
singing Kevin Levrone.
Rockstar
Yeah.
Kevin, yeah. Hey, look
Is
up
that-
young Jay, like when he,
Yeah, Jay's.
you know, like early
I'm not seeing it, Stu.
2000s.
I don't know, Stu. I'm not
Hey,
seeing
just
it.
bear
man.
with
See?
me. Bear with me.
But okay, first of all, is that a what the fuck? What am I doing? Why did that keep happening? Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Is that fair? Because we're comparing to Kevin Avoni that's off the sauce. That's kind of like that gives you an unfair advantage, no?
Could you please look up Young Jay? I'd like to see this just for my own
Yeah.
sake. Like
Okay, I got you.
when he's
I
got
need
like
this.
the fucking, dreamy blonde hair and shit.
Because
Let's
I
see
remember
what
his
we got.
eyelids were
Look.
so swollen too. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this one.
Let's all right. Let's take
Bro.
Stu's word on this.
Bro,
And that black and white one right there. Yeah,
all
it is.
American.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got the butt chin going. He got the cleft.
Bro,
Okay, I
it's
see you,
over.
Jay.
It's over. Yeah.
Okay,
Look at
look
that.
at
Man.
look at his side profile.
I don't know, man. Not my type. Not my type.
Shut up,
Oh,
Kennedy. How dare you?
oh,
Yeah.
look at this.
Where do you get
okay.
off?
Look at
Dude,
Jay.
Okay, he's
Look
got
at
the
Jay.
hairs flowing,
He's
like
coming to steal your girl right now.
Jay Cutler, yeah, playing
He's
the game.
got money.
Yeah, I've talked to my girlfriend about this before, and I'm like, dude, Jay is just a good-looking guy. Period. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you talk about this? Like, I'm
Why
gonna
do
die
you
on
like
this hill.
Okay.
Young Jay.
The suspenders.
Okay,
go.
yeah. He's
Nah.
killing it on that one.
Game over. No, game over.
Overall.
What's
Oh,
up?
you got me now.
That's
That's,
it. There you
that's
go.
Gigolo Jay.
That's it.
Action figure.
He's here to clean your pool. And
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. This version of Jay is definitely playing the game on dates. He's going on dates.
hey, look at that picture, bottom left, the side tricep, with him older.
But keep
Yeah,
in mind though, this is him huge. Like this is him already big.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can tell when he's older. Some facial changes
He still got it
structurally.
though.
Yeah,
He still got
he
it.
still looks good, right? But man,
Hey, listen.
You may be
Yeah,
right.
like Joe-
I think Stu may be right. I'm
Like
convinced.
Joe-
I know I'm right, Kennedy.
But like Joe just said, this is Jay. This is Jay full blown, and Kevin wasn't. No pun intended. Wasn't full blown.
Well, this was like early 2000s, Jay. Late 2000s, like it was. His face did change a bit.
Oh no.
But-
this is when he first started. When he
Yeah.
first
By full
started.
blown.
He looks like a bodybuilder though.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about like he has his muscle, like because we were judging by Kevin that didn't have any muscle in the picture, But as a bodybuilder, I'm gonna have to go Jay now. I'm gonna have to go Jay.
Yeah.
This was the one that did it for me right here.
Someone
You said
get
that did it for
Beatty
me?
a pinup poster of that picture.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely. Oh, okay. Look at this. Oh, this is it's like older, but not as old, but kind of old. Got the mohawk, faux hawk going on. Look at Jay. Oh, Jay still got it. Okay.
Yeah, Jay's a good looking dude, man. He's a
Okay.
good looking
But
dude.
like you can tell his whole facial structure.
Oh, look
is
at that one.
wider
Look at
than it
that
used
one
to
right
be.
there.
Which one? This one?
No, to the right. To the right. That's a good one.
Oh, look at the eyes. Look. He got the eyes.
The
going.
eyes, man. He's got the dreamy
Okay.
eyes too.
There he is vacuuming. That's a classic.
Oh,
And he's useful around the house. What a guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one not bad too. This the good one.
Who's that?
I don't know, man. All right. Okay, Jay for the win.
Jay
Wow.
wins.
That's a good point to end it on. I argued about girls for a while. And handsome Jay Cutler. Let's
Yeah.
call it a day, boys.
I think so. We've been on 3 hours, right?
Damn, it's been 3 hours. Fuck.
But low key, I still kind of want to cut it. That's not a
don't do
relevant.
it.
No.
That's not a relevant topic, bro.
Nah,
Meat
No.
and potatoes, baby.
We're not gonna
That's
let
what
you do
gets
that one.
views, brother.
Think so?
Juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. People
Bro,
like
what
debates.
else?
They do.
What else did we talk about? There's nothing going on, dude. That was
You're
like the
right.
meat of this podcast. Yeah, like no.
That
That was the
that
best
sounded
news of bodybuilding.
that sounded like a conversation like we have at the gym. That's something you have at the gym.
No, bro.
That's what
That
this
was a
podcast is.
post-podcast
That's
podcast.
exactly
That
what
was
this
worth it.
podcast is, dude. We, dude.
You're right. But
Yeah.
all right, but guys, stay on for a minute. But I'm gonna end it. Goodbye, people.
Bye, people.
Love you.